Alright, hello, welcome everybody to Roll with Advantage. My name is Joe, and welcome to the Explorers of Efera. It is great to have everybody here, and you know what? It's so great to finally be back playing the Explorers of Efera. I have missed it greatly. As you can see, there's now a new addition to the screen. Well, for one, we've changed the setup if you haven't seen since Salamander Coast. If you're just tuning in for Efera, we've got the character avatars a little bit bigger. We got the chat down right below me, and then off to the side here, we have
former President of the United States, Barack Obama, everyone.
Not anymore. No, we have a cute bunny and
Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman.
What an upgrade.
Yeah, there's now GIFs in the chat there, so yep, that's that. I don't think I need to say anything else about that. This maybe was the worst decision I've made actually as a game master. Okay, anyway, also, in case you happen to be a tier 1 sub of Roll with Advantage, you now have 2 new emotes to use. You have Luna and Trouble. So whenever Trouble decides to visit, or whenever Luna decides to make their presence known, we can now express that in chat, which isn't that great. Okay, so I think best decision. Oh yeah, thanks. Okay, so with that, I think that we should go ahead and roll the intro and get into tonight's episode of The Explorers of Efera.
He wasn't as cool as Silverfoot, bitch.
And welcome back, everybody. Heard it here first. Halmaru is not as cool as Silverfoot, bitch. Ham? Wow, what a fucking gif that is. Jesus Christ. I could do without the playing the ham like it's a guitar. I think that's honestly the thing that bugs me the most. He's stroking it.
That's not where my mind went with that, so that's better.
Tickling the hands. Jesus Christ.
This is it. This is the game now.
This is the game. It's Joe tries to be serious and everybody responds with gifts that just do not.
I can't wait for next week when you're like, there will be no more gifts and Explorers of Efera moving forward.
It won't even be next week. It'll be tomorrow because Jemmy is also in Isle.
Oh, God.
No.
It'll be when we get back from the break. We will no longer be having gifts.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Picking up where we left off. Oh, man. All right, let me go ahead and pull everybody to the Gemstone Archipelago screen here. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Now, a long time ago, this campaign began when 4 adventurers were hired to find the fabled lost city of Nibiru. They made many allies along their journey and many enemies. One of the most important allies they made along this journey was Varnast Halmaru, an adventurer who found them through grave circumstances. And an enemy that they made, by far, the number 1 enemy on that list was Duradine Dupree, the head of the expansion wing of the Tarkirian Trading Company. This adventure has taken many twists and turns over the course of its journey, but almost always it seems like Duradine is the man pulling the strings behind all of it, and it seems as though he may finally get what he deserves. Our adventurers, now being within the Gemstone Archipelago and allied with the coordinator of all trade and activity within the realms of the Gemstone Archipelago, they're finally within an arm's reach of getting justice. They were able to prove his guilt and connect him with multiple plots against not just the natives of the Gemstone Archipelago, the natives of Efera, but also just generally trying to overt control of the entirety of the Gemstone Archipelago and completely remove the coordinator from her position of power. You were able to strike up a meeting, and sadly there were some complications that arose from trying to get that meeting with the coordinator. For one, Penelope's personal guard, Ferdinand, he went with you to escort you to get that meeting, but sadly, he hasn't been seen or heard from since. Secondly, when you went to the Mage's Order in an attempt to strike up a deal to gain that meeting with the coordinator, you had to pay a price, and that price wasn't gold. It wasn't life or death. It was knowledge. And knowledge that had to be paid to a supremely powerful being. A Sphinx. Selah, you volunteered yourself to give a part of your memory, information you had that you would forget upon paying the price, because you've grown to care about the companions and adventurers around you, so you are willing to make that sacrifice. But an offer was made to you, where your party would still get the meeting they wanted with the coordinator, and you would get what you want. The entity that controls your homeland, the angel, or at least that's what it calls itself, is far from anything close to a celestial being. You're promised a way to destroy it, and the truth of the creature. For information on one person, all of the information you know, you've heard, and you've seen on Solvis Immoril, the Grand Mage of New Efera that you learned was Cyrus's father. And not only that, but the same reason why Cyrus is a tiefling. And not only that, but that Immoril is a man who's been alive for a very, 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 very long time, but is a copy of himself, a simulacrum. And so much so to the point now that a stray arrow could kill him on a battlefield. No matter how much magic in the world he has, it couldn't stop one simple, non-magical arrow from killing him. This information you gave, and with the promise of attempting to get a meeting between Grand Vizier Tak, the overseer of the Mage's Order in the Gemstone Archipelago, and giving that Sphinx that information, you paid the price. And who knows what that will cost you in the future. So, you have your meeting with the coordinator. The coordinator is a woman of, well, she does not beat around the bush. You present the information as is, she cuts to the chase, and she'll be in touch with what you deem as the best way to bring Duradine down, whether that be in death, in chains, whatever. She is with you, backing you 100%, and will make sure that he pays for his aggressions against her and against the natives of Efera and the Gemstone Archipelago. So, that then brings us to now. You've just finished your meeting with the coordinator, and all of you begin to head off to sleep. However, Varnast, as
The real cliffhanger.
as you have had quite a day today, very eventful, very distracting, you as you're sort of taking off your armor, unequipping your sword, sort of setting all of your things down, getting ready to head to sleep, you can hear a knock on the door for the room that you're staying in. And
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and you can hear Sven's voice from behind it, not even giving you a moment to respond, saying, "Are you forgetting something?"
Varnus like kind of thinks for a moment, and just like to himself, all right. He'll head over and open the door. Sorry, last few hours was a bit much. But yes, let's do this. Been keeping you waiting too long on that.
It's all right. And you can see him smiling, still dressed in his very, very nice red, black, and gold attire with his silk neckerchief and golden cravat. This very, very formal dressed man. And you can see him smile at you, holding the 2 wooden boxes in his hands, the 2 decks that you'll be dueling with in Kingdoms and Castles. So, alrighty. So, there with Sven, the 2 of you head out, and you go to a table sort of overlooking this wonderful, wonderful view of Port Sahala. The different magical and natural lights all amongst the city, almost looking like a stagnant firework display. Sort of that firework caught at its most climactic moment. Beautiful, and the city having life and breath to it. Although all of the sort of torment and terrible things that have happened to you while you've been here, you haven't had a moment to drink in the beauty of the city. And it's nice to have a small moment like this, as you just sort of look out and take it in, the fresh, salty air. As you can see, Sven beginning to take off his jacket and roll up his sleeves, sets 1 deck down on your side of the table and 1 on his, says, "Well, Mr. Halmaru, are you ready to get your ass kicked?"
I'm ready to watch you try.
All right. So, I guess you probably need to... You still remember the basics, right?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of went over them, like, vaguely with me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a little bit. He's just making sure you're still good right now.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Totally. Okay. Well, you see him kind of crack his neck and goes to, like, draw his cards. Hope you're ready. And he goes and draws. Okay, so you are using the Council of Yggdrasil, correct?
Yes.
All right. Sven will be playing with the nation of Belliclara. He's got a good mind for money, so he thinks a currency-based nation's really gonna be his ticket home. Okay, so how this works is it breaks down into 3 rounds. The rounds are very simple, at least in this iteration of the game that we're gonna play right now. Pretty much it is 3 different contested either intelligence or wisdom checks. Now, Sven is proficient in Kingdoms and Castles, so he does get a proficiency bonus to his rolls. So you can either, it's up to you, roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So I can just make a wisdom check then, yeah?
Yeah, make a wisdom check, yeah. Sven is going to make some intelligence checks here. So we're going to do them one at a time. So Sven is up. So Sven lets you draw first, yeah? Ooh, yeah. So whenever you start in Kingdoms and Castles, you have the opportunity to scrap your hand and redraw. And you draw your hand, and it's a risky hand starting off, just with how you know the resource management in the game works, but you go against your better judgment and you keep it. So Sven here is going to draw. Ooh. Sven draws. See him kind of think a little bit. And he's going to scrap his hand, and he's going to draw again. Oh, man, I don't know how I'm going to win with this hand. Ooh, doesn't look good.
Do I even need to roll insight on that?
No, he's not a bluffer. He's really not. Okay, so go ahead and make another wisdom check.
All right.
Make an intelligence check.
Boom!
Okay, all right. Very cool. All right. So you can see that as you and Sven are beginning to go back and forth in this game, he's sort of throwing down cards, activating abilities, throwing down different heroes that he has from the nation of Bella and he's just sort of adding up his resources, and you can see that he gets this, like, he's so deep in thought, and then you see him just kind of look up at you and smile, and he says, "Oh, what's this? Oh, is this... This is quite a bit of platinum I have over here in my bank, you know? If only I had something that... Oh, wait." And you can already see what he's going to do, but luckily, a special ability that the Council of Yggdrasil has is because of their integral dealings in trade in the Salamander coast. They have something where they can pretty much activate sanctions on a specific nation that they're playing with, and it pretty much stops them from being able to make any transactions with any type of mercenary heroes. So, you activate your Council of Yggdrasil ability, and Sven just looks up at you and says, "Oh, you did not."
Sorry, friend, you activated my trap card. What can I say?
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. You just wait. Next round. You can see he's starting to sweat a little bit as he was not expecting that. He's kind of set up this entire thing based off of this one strategy, and now he kind of has to, like, go back to square one. Luckily, off in the corner, the other thing that the Council of Yggdrasil is known for is their sort of like shock navy, where they have these troops that can pretty much hit the land really fast, do a lot of damage, and then go back on the ship. Kind of like shock cavalry, but just with coastal attacks. So with that, we go into the third round, which then becomes sort of the final battle between these two nations and the resources they've collected. Go ahead and make one more wisdom check. Now, Sven is going to be with disadvantage because his entire strategy was kind of thrown out the window. Ooh, that's an 18 on the first one, though. That's cocked. Okay.
Boom!
Oh!
Maybe.
You can see Sven, he's just sort of like, he's beginning to sweat a little bit. He's like, okay, in I have the Summer's Rest card here, but luckily it's the, it's summertime, though. In the game.
Whatever he's saying, Varnas just like has his hands put together and he's just kind of like nodding and smiling, just saying nothing, just like yeah.
So if I can liquidate, and he kind of like naming off of all of these like abilities, but eventually he just kind of stops. All right, do it. Attack. Go. Yeah, I was going easy on you. I just like to say, he'd see him kind of fold his arms. Just get it over with.
And I will finish the game.
Yep, you finish the game. You send all of your attackers to the capital, Belka, and it makes quick work. He made too many mistakes trying to capitalize on that early victory. Didn't work out for him, and, well, he bankrupted the nation of Bella and made it easy pickings for the Council of Yggdrasil. And he just kind of... All right. Tomorrow night, we're going to play again. And I'm not going to go easy on you that time. All right?
Seems fair enough.
All right. Now, wait a minute. Don't I owe you something?
Regarding...
If I recall correctly, the loser had to buy the other one dinner, right?
That was the agreement, yes.
Well, all right. I know you're a busy man, Varnas, so how about this? After we finish this nasty business with Duradine, I take you out to the nicest restaurant in the Gemstone Archipelago. How's that?
Joe, remind me, didn't Sven kind of leave, like right before the coordinator show up? Like, wasn't he not there for that meeting for a little bit? I could be wrong, but I thought he like left or something for a little bit. Or was he there?
I cannot remember, but I think he was there. I think everybody was there. Because, because I know that Galadar and Jinx were, because they were guarding the Gith. So I'm just going to assume that Sven was there because, I don't think he would have wanted to leave, especially after you told him that people were looking for him outside of the city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for some reason I had a memory of him like leaving the room or something, but I'm probably thinking of something else, so
Yeah.
no worries.
Maybe.
So when he says that, Varnast is like kind of quiet for a moment. Perhaps after this Colliard business first.
That's right. All right, but I'm going to hold you to that, okay?
That's
you
fair.
Recall,
That I can do.
You did promise me one other time, and then you ran off to Bromsgrove with the golden shield. So this time you're not getting off so easy.
Fair enough. Just make sure you bring your A game tomorrow, yeah?
Aha! My A game, huh? Okay, all right, fine. Bring my A game.
Well, I mean, you said you were going easy. Were you implying you were playing your best tonight?
You are a bad man, Varnast. You are such a bad person.
We should probably get some rest. Much to do tomorrow, as there always is.
Yes. All right. And you see him kind of stand up and grab his jacket and walk around the table. And he just says, "Good night, Varnast." And he's going to kiss you on the top of the head. And then head off to bed.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of gives a nod.
Okay.
Sleep well, Sven. And then you said we're out on like kind of like a balcony, right?
Yeah, like overlooking the Port Sahala.
I think he would take like 10 minutes just to kind of appreciate the view, and then he would head to bed after that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So with that, Sven walks off. You drink in the sights a little bit more, and then you head off to sleep as well. So with that, daytime comes. Yes, please take a long rest in case you used any abilities or spells on the previous day. I don't actually, D&D Beyond wouldn't have. It would have just given you whatever. Anyway, so you head off to sleep, and all of you wake up. And with it being the daytime, now the 3rd of Hearthfire, you now are at an impasse. As all of you wake up, you know the truth of the situation. There may be 2 or 3 days until Duradina Dupree arrives in Port Sahala. You know that it's not necessarily safe to venture outside of the inner city, so then I leave it open to the 5 of you. In these 2 or 3 days, waiting for Duradine to arrive, what do you want to do?
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Last night, did the mages ever come to collect the gift? Because that was part of the payment, was they could have him. We're done with him.
Not last night. At
Okay.
least.
I had told the commissioner, or not the commissioner, the coordinator to let them know to come collect their gift.
Yeah. They didn't come that evening.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously we would have taken watch and made sure he was tied up and secured and stuff.
No, he's
Just
gone.
Point of order.
You didn't
Point of
say
order.
it. He's gone. No,
God
he's
damn
gone.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, not to sort of rewind, but before Morganix went to bed, when we ended the session, she had scryed on her home, and
yes.
she would then scry on her mom, just to make sure she's safe.
Okay. So, you scry one last time in the evening using your last spell slot, and what you eventually see is, for one, you do make a connection.
Oh.
Well, no, I was just thinking that she doesn't know it's you. She just knows that there's a thing, so she still has to make a wisdom saving throw.
No, she doesn't know anything.
Well, I mean, people still make a saving throw against the spell anyway.
Yeah, they make a
right?
saving throw, but they have no idea.
Yeah, that's why I said she doesn't know that it's you. So, like,
She doesn't know that anything's happening, period.
unless she succeeds the wisdom saving throw, which she doesn't. So, okay. Never mind. We don't have to worry about that. That could have been kind of awkward. Okay, anyway, she fails, so you do scry, and it scries successfully. You can see these long corridors of books and different archaic scrolls from one end of a room to another. These incredibly tall ceilings, hanging glass chandeliers. You recognize it. This is the exquisite library of the College of Hearthcrest. You recognize the halls and the bookshelves well. You can see currently your mother and father both walking alongside of each other, sort of looking at one another a little nervously. And you can see eventually another figure comes into view. A woman that you recognize as well, Master Reginald, the one of the main heads of the College of Hearthcrest. And you can see her kind of look to the two of them, and she begins to speak. We have done some investigating into the letters and messages from Morganix. And it seems as though, at least as far as my intel and information could lead on, she is alive and well. However, if what she said in that note is true about this Malcanthit and this hexblade, something must be done soon, incredibly soon. From the tomes I could find about Malcanthit, there is nothing that she is above, willing to do anything to manipulate or increase her dominion over a person. Your daughter is strong-willed. I mean, excuse the phrasing, but she was able to deal with my son for an extended period of time, so there's a lot that she can handle. If you'd like me to do something, I will do it. But the only thing I'm afraid of is I don't know how closely an eye this Malcanthit is watching her. If I show up and say that I'm willing to help her do whatever's necessary, I have no idea what the repercussions could be for her, and by extension for the two of you. I'd recommend that you both stay within my private study until we can get a grasp on this situation. Tomorrow, I will reach out to her and hope that she is doing fine, and that if I can do anything to help, I will. And you can see your mother and father, they look to each other, and they're both very nervous. You can see bags under their eyes. They've been traveling for a bit, and they've been up late, and they've been not getting very much sleep. And you can see your father, he nods and squeezes your mother's hand and says, Is it possible for us to say something to her? To see her anyway? It's been so long, and I think just seeing that she's okay, it would go a long way for the two of us. Your mother nods. Yes, I know that you're a very busy woman, but hopefully, considering these extreme circumstances, you could spare just a little time. You can see Master Reginald sigh a little and say, all right, tomorrow evening, I will come to the study with the necessary ingredients, and we can scry, and then one of the two of you can send a message to her. And let her know that the college supports her in whatever she deems is necessary in this situation. Just that she stays safe, and that no more deals are made with this malcontent. They both nod, and you can see they continue to talk for just a little bit more, but at about that point, the scry fades as you sort of come back to your own vision.
Good. They're safe. Okay, that was all I needed.
Okay. Alrighty. So then, all of you wake up.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
You're good. You're good.
I kind of forgot until I was like halfway through my waffle. Oh yeah, that happened.
Well, yeah. Also, it's been about 3 weeks, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
it took me a minute.
You scry, you head to Betty Bye, and then you wake up. So with that, as I said, all of you wake up. You have about 2 or 3 days before Duradine Dupree arrives. The question is to all of you, what are you doing in the meantime?
Oh boy.
Ooh boy, that's a doozy. I'll give you that.
Real quick question, Joe. The dagger that Sayla got, what exactly, like, can it be used on other stuff, or like, what kind of, does it have any abilities?
As far as you know, as you haven't identified it yet or anything like that, the odd part is it doesn't seem magical. Like you have 2 magical weapons, Baramichi Saber and the Dagger of Venom.
I don't have that anymore, unfortunately. It
Oh,
was
that's
stolen.
right. Fuck, I forgot that I stole that from you. Mubby.
Throw that in her face.
I will
Salt in that, dude.
I will find it, and I will beat the shit out of that guy. She's still mad about that.
Oh yeah, I mean rightfully so. Anyway, so you, God damn it, these fucking gifts. So you can tell that the dagger's not magical, but it does seem pretty hardy. It seems like it is very well built, but it's very, very old. So it can be used as a normal dagger, but it doesn't seem like it has any magical qualities to it. It's just made of a very special material that you have no idea of knowing what it is, but it's pretty cool to look at. It kind of has this almost like dark opal quality to it, where instead of like how it's like that opal's like that pale white with streaks of like green and purple, it's like deep obsidian with streaks of like red and orange inside of it. It's a doozy, yeah. So you have the dagger. You can use it in place of the Dagger of Venom, but at least as far as you can tell right now, not magical.
Sweet. She's gonna put it into her actual holster. What the hell is it called? I can't think. I'm tired.
Sheath?
She's gonna put it in her thing.
Okay, interesting.
She's gonna take it out of the bag and put it in the thing.
That's the best place for it.
All right.
I will say, Alec has a thing that she needs to do. but she would probably do it in the morning before everyone else woke up.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then probably like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 a.m. she would get up, and I don't know if there's like, because of the way that this is, I think everything's like garden-y, but if there's like a more private garden area where there's like dirt she can draw in, that's where she would head, somewhere private.
Yeah. I mean, the nice part about Jifang's estate is there are about 40 different gardens that you can go to, and each one of them have small lakes and little ponds that are attached to them and feed in with all of these different interconnecting rivers and mini waterfalls made with different flat disc-like stones. So you can pick whichever one you like: small pond, large mound of dirt and flowers, any combination of
Okay.
the ones you'd like.
Yeah, nah, she would just find something like far enough away from the main building so she could speak out loud without waking anybody up. Because I would say like it's probably like closer to 4 a.m.
Okay. Yeah.
And with enough like maybe on the bed of a pond, and she would leave Dogalin behind. She would leave all of her weapons behind too. And when she got out there, first thing she would do is just kind of like fall to her knees and start tracing different symbols into the mud. Specifically, the ones for all 4 of the gods.
Okay. So the runic symbols for Kothsith, Stygia, Elowin, and Akadia. Carving them into the ground in front of you.
After she does that, she would take like a really long deep breath because she hasn't done this in a long time. Keeping her eyes closed, and she's gonna keep kneeling where she is, and she's gonna breathe for a little bit, and she's just gonna say, Mother Elowin, through the earth and the mud that we will one day return to, I call upon you. Father Kossith, through the eternal flame and warm embrace, I call upon you. Father Arcadia, through the wind that carries us through the cycle, call upon you. And, dear Mother Estitia, your healing rivers and blessed waters, I call upon you. It's been quite some time since we've spoken, and the last time I stood before you, I was just a child full of anger and hate, full of fury and confusion for everything that was happening around me. But I come before you today as a young woman who has finally found a sense of understanding and perhaps even a sense of peace. But I have also come to make amends for my sins. And she's gonna start speaking in Elvish. But obviously I don't know Elvish. For far too long, I questioned and turned my back on all of you, and I often thought, why would the gods allow such a terrible thing to happen to their children? I beg for your forgiveness, but I must be honest, or my heart will never be true. And in that moment, I truly hated all of you. But over the last few months, I have been on this slow, painful journey. Many lessons have been learned. I have come to understand that you did not simply allow this to happen. There are things even the gods can't control, and it is foolish to assume otherwise. It's not that you wanted this to happen, and the true test all along is to see how we as a people can overcome and grow stronger. Sometimes love can hurt, and sometimes strength requires sacrifice. I understand that that my anger was misplaced and childish, and I can see more clearly now through that rage, and I am so very sorry. I come before you today to atone for these sins and of anger and turning my back. I want to walk this path of redemption, and I don't expect forgiveness. But as a child of yours and a chief of these people, it is important that I speak words of apology and accept my wrongs. I will do what I can to prove my name once again to you all. And I will continue to do what I must to protect our home. Mothers and fathers, I ask for your forgiveness. And she just kind of like bows entirely, kind of like into child's pose.
Mm-hmm. So, as you bow, putting your head into the dirt, closing your eyes, and just listening to the sounds of nature, hearing that silent song that is sung by the leaves rustling in the wind, the waves lapping on the shore, the birds soaring through the sky, the small fires of torches still crackling, and the sconces in the building behind you. You hear that song and you recognize its beauty. It has been many, many, many years since you've sat and listened, and you've heard that beautiful symphony. And as you open your eyes and you look up, you're no longer in Ji Feng's estate. You can see a sprawling jungle in front of you, a small river rushing past your feet, and in front of you you can see a gate of a sort. No walls on either side and no doors keeping it shut, just solid wooden posts adorned with a wonderful top and different vines and moss covering all of it. Something like this.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this, and now I'm scared.
You can see a woman standing at that gate. A woman with what looks to be lighter skin. It's almost this sort of grayish blue. And red hair of a similar shade to yours. You can see that it lifts and moves with the wind and almost seems to have a movement like fire. You see her looking down towards you, and you hear this younger woman, at least from what it looks like, cannot be any older than you. She looks down towards you and says, "Approach, Alec Silverfoot of Logan Silverfoot, Warden of the North, and descendant of Eliza Silverfoot."
Does Alec recognize who this is?
No.
Okay. She will do as she's told, though. Very cautiously and slowly.
Okay. You approach, making your way towards the stairs, slowly stepping up one after the other until you're maybe 5 feet away from her.
I feel like Alec would instinctually feel like she needs to bow. So she's going to do so and kneel.
Do not kneel. and do not bow. You are chief now. I served my time many, many, many years ago. But now it is your turn. And it is my turn to bow to you, Chief Silverfoot. And you can see this woman with wispy red hair bow to you with grace. Eventually, she returns back up to this neutral pose. Tell me, Alec, what do you know of your lineage?
She looks confused as to what's happening, but also like a flash of embarrassment because she knew she should have been paying attention to Grandma Tala way more than what she was doing. To be honest, very little.
Are you familiar with who Eliza Silverfoot is?
Yes. Yes, I am.
What do you know of Eliza Silverfoot?
Well, I know that she led many people and united all of our people together. And she was considered the greatest chief of all. We all look to her and her guidance and her words. And she built many villages. It's one of the longest times of peace we've ever had.
It is funny to me that whenever they tell stories, they always leave out the most important parts.
Oh, did I miss something?
A few things, yes. I did unite the clans, that is correct. I fought to defend my people, not just of Congiato and Coagiato, but of all of the clans. But my journey does not stop there. My journey starts in Efera, and for the first 100 years of my life, that is where it stays. But after that, Eliza Silverfoot left. You see, Alec, I made a discovery all those years ago. You and I were born of similar circumstances. We were raised by fathers who loved and cared for us more than anything. Fathers who had not wielded a blade against a true enemy for many, many, many years. Fathers who grew apathetic and loathsome of the other clans. Fathers who only saw to protect their people and cared nothing for others. There were people who came to my village. They burned my village to the ground. They captured my people. They laid waste to my home. I was angry, same as you. I cursed Astitia. I cursed Arcadia. I cursed Grumbar. I cursed Kossuth. All of them. How could they do such a thing to people who only ever cared and respected for them? But you and I made a similar discovery.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
They give us the tools we need to survive, to live, to fend off attackers, and to protect ourselves. It is up to us to be the ones to either make deals for peace or to march off to war. We were both created by terrible circumstances. But there is still so much left to your story, Alec. Same as there was to mine. There is much you must learn, and now that you have found peace, all of the ancestors of the line of Silverfoot, the wardens of the north, the protectors of Congiado, they may guide you in your journey. Come with me. And she begins to walk around you and heads down to the water.
Alec will follow behind quickly.
Okay.
She is very much processing.
You see, our people are born with a natural connection to the soil, to water, to air, and to fire. That connection can be turned into manipulation of those things. Not manipulation, but a bond. The same bond that you share with companions that you fight for and fight with. You share that same bond with all of the elements around you. All you have to do is reach out and look for an embrace. And you can see her begin to do several movements, very slow and smooth, towards the water, and you can see her lift up this maybe 5-foot cube of water out of the river and begin to move it around and then set it back down. I'd like you to try.
To do that.
Yes.
Okay, I will try. And she'll do her best to just kind of mimic what she saw, especially like the hand motions.
And it takes you a few tries, but eventually you do start to get the hang of it. You can coax the water out of the river, move it not as smoothly as she does, but eventually set it back down. See? Now, your connections are to earth and to water. Return to the mud and be bathed in the waters. It is your responsibility, Alec, to find fire and to find air. These clans have been lost. They burrow into the cavernous, volcanic grounds of the west, where they sit atop their mountains. They must be found, and they must all be united. I, once upon a time, fought Korvac as well. When I fought him, he was much different. He was a kinsman. A friend from the clans of fire, but
He turned into one of those things.
by his own choice. He was tempted by power and by blood. He became the one thing that we all promised to root out and destroy.
I will not let that happen again. I'll find our people and I will unite them, and we will stop Korvac. You have my word.
Good. Because, Alec, if Nibiru is destroyed, if it is defiled by these men from the south, or by Korvac, the connection we share, the connection all Eferans share, will be severed.
I will not let that happen.
Good. Now there is one more thing you must know of before you leave. You are now on your way to mastering this art, Alec. And it is an art. But you must understand that those who are outsiders, those from foreign lands, are not evil. But I'm sure that much you understand already. After we fought back against the gnolls and pushed them back for what we thought was for good, I didn't just stay in Efera. I traveled the world. The destiny of the Silverfoots, Alec, isn't just to sit in Congiado and grow apathetic to the rest of the world, the rest of the clans. They must learn the struggle of people beyond their own and help them grow.
I think I understand. And before, if you would have said this to me, I would have said that you were wrong. But I think even the friendship that I have forged with my friends have proven otherwise.
And you trust all of them.
I do.
With your life. With your life?
With my life.
Good. Alec, there is a great evil coming. We are servants of Estitia, Elowin, Kossuth, and Acadia. Balance must be maintained between the four elements, between the four clans, and between the four realms of existence. That between the material realms, the outer realms, the in-between, and the realms of oblivion. It is a delicate balancing act. One that I learned to master in my journeys. My journeys took me to Loshar for once. There was a traveling monk and a student, both of the name of Ashima. Those two taught me the form. While I knew the connection to the elements, it was those two that taught me how to truly manipulate them and master that ability. They taught me the form, how to channel my connection, how to balance my ki. Now, the fight against the gnolls was not the only great war that I fought in. It is what grew my skills and opened my view of the world. But after my beloved Baralo's death and the birth of my son, he and I left Efera with our best warriors. We found a land that was under siege by a great evil. And I fought along many great warriors, and I fear a similar time is approaching. You will fight against the gnolls, and you will win, and you will bring equilibrium among travelers and natives. You will be given the same processions and honor I received. But it does not stop there. While I left the land after the fighting was done, my son did not. He chose to stay. He gained much fame and renown as a warrior. He learned ways to manipulate water and armor and weapons.
Forgive me, but I don't know. I did not know that you had a son. What was his name?
His name was Ino. Ino is of my blood. And by extension, your blood. All of us are connected to Astitia, to all four of the primeval deities in that way, but there is one who supersedes that connection. One who must be trained. My grandson. He is the son of Astitia and Ino.
And he is where?
As far as I know, reaching through the ancestral lines, the name has changed slightly, but is still the same in root. He is currently in Bella Clara, currently near a large body of water, a large lake there. And his name is Powasa Inoa. When the gnolls are defeated and balance is brought to the clans, you must find Powasa and train him. He was taken away from his father and never learned the ways.
I will do this. For you and our people. I just hope that by then I'm fit enough to do this type of training. I don't want to mess up or lead him astray. I can do it, and I will be ready for when that time comes. Powasa. I will find him.
Good. And if I can be entirely honest, Alec, you are ready. A student could not ask for a better teacher.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now,
I am very grateful for all of this, and I will not let you down.
good. It is not just me. You and Powasa, your companions, and I'm sure there are others, will decide the fate of us all. When the fight for Efera ends, the fight for the world will begin, Alec. You must find this Powasa, train him, and make him the same warrior you have grown to be. I am very proud of the woman you've become. But it's not just me, Alec. All of us are proud. And you can see these foggy apparitions, as if there was a river channel that was blocked, has just suddenly become clear. A connection reestablished that was long ago forgotten. You can see hundreds of people begin to apparate, these misty visions. Some unfamiliar, some you don't recognize aside from the tattoos they wear on their face and along their arms and shoulders and chest. But some of them you do. You can see two that you recognize. Two faces. Two faces as you remember them. You see Grandma Tala, smiling, proud, and you see Logan, smiling at you. There are no words, but just silent recognition in the eyes of two people that you care deeply about. Seeing that you've grown and that you have become something that you never thought you could. Alex Silverfoot has found balance, and now can help others find that same balance.
I think she knows that trying to go and hug them would not work, so she's just gonna smile and then put her fist to her chest.
You can see all of the other ancestors of the line of Silverfoot do the same. And they all bow their heads to their chief. With that, as you close your eyes and smile, as you reopen them and look around, you are back in the villa. The small pool in front of you, small flower garden next to it, and the very tiny river just rolling past. You breathe and exhale, and you feel that inner peace, that connection. And with that's where we're going to take a break. It's an early break, but it's just the best time to take a break, to let some of that kind of air out a little bit. All Alrighty. Well, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna take a break there. So thank you all so much for watching so far. We're gonna take a break. One of the new things in the break is there will now be clips playing from previous sessions. So enjoy those. Alrighty. So with that, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Okay. So does that make Poe like my brother cousin thing? Oh, you can't talk.
Oh. Shite. Maybe don't say, listen, dickhead, this is what I need.
Yeah,
Might not
he's the
be the
king of
best
hell.
idea.
Yeah. See what I mean? Persuasive.
I wouldn't say persuasive, just, if he's like, do this, you'll say, right, so.
Yeah.
On Emeril, he's opened his eyes to look at the reactions of people.
Sayla has no idea.
You know that monkey gif you always quote about? Pretty similar, but more Varnasty. But that vibe.
Well, I never intended to withhold this from Emeril and ask.
Right, it's in your inventory now.
Super sweet and also sad and also useful.
It's at the bottom
The
of your actions
perfect
list.
gift.
Logan's
Not perfect.
greatsword.
Oh, wow. Wowzers. I am the honored.
-1 family, +1 damage.
Wow.
So
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Nobody else was saying it.
Flick it away.
Okay, I'm not gonna make a joke. Okay. Let's move on. Dolphin's gonna take his reins and go, because this is fucking gross.
That's what I deal with.
Yuri's gonna go to
That is what you deal with.
gonna go to Grok. She's just gonna say, I'll explain the fiend stuff to you later. I just don't want to talk about it in front of Twig.
Some help with something.
If I can give any help, I would definitely do that.
Oh, you are just the nicest little girl I think I've ever met. And I honestly have to say, you are sent by the gods. Okay, here's what I want. It's really simple, okay? There's this guy. I've seen him every single day for, who knows how long. Going up and down that big road that leads up to that huge building that's got all the lights around it and it's got the hole in the ceiling. And he's this guy and he's got he's got like darker skin and he's got this, he brings a lunch with him every single day. And that lunch is, I don't know, but it smells so good. And I just want to, part of me doesn't even want to eat it. I just kind of want to know what it is. And I've tried to steal it before. Not steal, I've tried to create an opportunity.
Really go, whoa, 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 whoa. And he just throws these stones in the air. They just kind of bounce around and then settle. Well, let's just be having a look. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of seeing like a larger pattern towards the direction you point out than an aunt. So I'm going to take that as a yes.
He indicates with his eyes that it just be.
It's like droids on Star Wars. You just get one grunt, but it's like you interpret it as like an entire sentence.
Yeah, you said it, Chewie.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Well. Yeah, Cecily's smacking on some eggs. That's what's happening. That's what...
Communication sound. I'm looking at you.
What? Sleeping dragon.
Call it T-bot. It's like a teapot bot.
That is an in-character and in-person laugh.
not rush this.
Ooh woo! That's the only time I'm ever gonna say
Fight.
it. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
The fuck is happening?
Yeah, that's
how
bullshit,
the,
Joe.
How the fuck
That's
does
that's
that
bullshit.
happen?
That's bullshit.
Do you still have inspiration?
You do!
Yeah,
You do!
use your
You
Christmas
do!
inspiration.
Use your Christmas
Use your
inspiration!
Christmas
You need to
inspiration.
use that inspiration. Oh my god.
I want to use the inspiration.
That's bullshit.
You just roll the one. You just roll the one. You just roll the one. It gives you a reroll. It's like a point of luck.
I can't reroll both of them.
No, you can't reroll both of them. Just a normal roll.
Are you fucking kidding me? Joe, no. Throw it out. Throw it out. I call a fucking foul. A fucking call a foul. Bullshit.
Guess we're gonna attack the Burning Cove.
And if the world has almost been destroyed countless times, what's one time more? Let's just keep it at almost.
I have faith in that.
Aha, did I slay the beast?
No. This friend wanted to visit you. And you know what? And she kind of like holds up the spider and looks at it. You see, these ones are actually...
Starts faints again.
She'll like nudge him with her foot again. Cyrus, come on. And I'll like try to smack him not hard.
And he's gonna clap his hands and start picking up all the fragments of his gift.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Save me some. He's gonna kind of do like the gun finger. Save me some food. Before, well, never mind. He's gonna keep picking up his.
Yep. And Cecily's just gonna. She'll go ahead and walk back to the cabin, but she'll
Jinx is kind of like, okay, I'm going to go on the balcony and start writing. No one can bother me at all. Period. For the rest of the night. Just staring at you, Cyrus. Don't bother me!
Do I check the shit out of this, or do I just know she's fucking lying?
I don't think she's being very discreet.
Oh, no. No, it is definitely a lie. Definitely a lie.
Taylor's gonna slip this and drop into her bag.
Pickle Rick, because that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Damn, I'm German and never heard of that. Yeah, Lisa's mom is German. Right? Is your mom? One of your parents are German, aren't they, Lisa?
He walked himself back with a bullet in his stomach.
stares and waits, as if we're having an in-person conversation.
Lisa, why are you responding to me? Lisa, say something! Say something, Lisa!
Oh man,
So what about Owen?
Oh wait, he has advantage because pack tactics.
Yes, he does.
That was sad. Okay, listen. Fuck you and give me my fucking strength saving throw.
The horn playing twice really sold that.
Yeah, it really did.
I'm ready, by the way. But the main use of it I saw that was truly badass was one of the players used Force Cage, and then one of my other players used Silence. So they basically just trapped an entire group of guards in a Force Cage, and then started just shooting them from afar, and they screamed silently like they were in a void of space until they were all dead.
So cool.
And we're back.
Yep. They just...
If you're growing, and I mean, no offense, Morganix, but you're a bit of a fucking dork, and I mean that with love.
Wow!
We'll take that as a compliment.
What, you didn't like mine?
Until you're almost grabbing onto your own neck. And it becomes a little harder to breathe until eventually the tentacle lets go. And the force of your hand returns. And that tentacle It came off your chest. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to the Explorers of Efera. We're back from the break, so no need to dally here. Let's just go ahead and roll the intro and then get started. And we are back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So let's go ahead and dive back in. So picking up where we left off, we had a few little things happen. No, we had a couple of big things happen. So for one, Sven and Varnast were finally able to play their game of Kingdoms and Castles, and Sven got demolished by Varnast. Good job, Varnast.
Boom.
Morganix was able to scry on her parents and see that they were safe and sound, but that there was a shared interest from one of the heads of the College of Hearthcrest to make sure that Malcanthid was dealt with and that Morganix was safe. So that was therefore a vote of confidence for Morganix. Final thing that happened before we took our break was Alec. She went out to meditate and reflect on her time and her struggle with the elements and with the entities that supposedly control them. Now, what ended up happening with Alec is she reached out for answers, for trying to find this resolution. And she reached out, and it was answered. The woman, Eliza Silverfoot, which I did a whoopsie, forgot to share her art. I'll go ahead and share that now. Share with all. Eliza Silverfoot. You can, you had a conversation with her over your purpose and the purpose of the Silverfoot people, not just in Efera, but in the rest of the world. You were given two tasks, so to speak. For one, to bring balance to the four tribes and to the four elements within Efera, making sure that all of that is balanced and within equilibrium. And then also that when Efera is at peace, something that almost seems impossible now, but whenever that is, you must head to, at least at this moment, Bella Clara and the Salamander Coast to find a young boy by the name of Poasa Enoa. Technically, Alec's great X amount of greats uncle. So she has that in store for her. So with that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up. Conversation with Eliza finished. Alec back into the material plane, this real world, and back at Ji-Feng's estate. You arise, and for some of you who are early risers, probably I'd say like Varnast and Morganix, kind of waking up, you like peek out one of the windows and you can see just Alec in child's pose for a while. But you figure it's best not to bother her. Eventually, you do see her stir and rise, and Alec, you were in child's pose for about 3 hours, just in that deeply meditative trance. So, you see her rise and stir, and she begins to move back to the villa, and that's where we're going to go ahead and pick up. Also, thank you, Hakut, for the follow. So, with that, Alec, you begin to make your way back to the villa, and you can see Varnast and Morganix are both awake, and Sayla and Cyrus are both stirring at about this time too. So with that, the day and the time is it's up to you guys now. Whatever you decide is the best course of action for the next couple of days. So all of you sit down over some breakfast, discuss what you're going to do next.
Anyone have any thoughts or revelations come to them over the night about our next steps?
I mean, not necessarily my next step, but I figured I probably should have mentioned it before now, but you know how I woke up with all of that sun drop?
No. Was that ever told to us?
Yes.
Oh,
because I gave it to Jinx.
That's right. Absolutely.
Okay. Go on.
Does anyone know what this is? And he just holds up his left arm, and it has that 7-point up. What was like a? It was a pointed star. 6-pointed star.
Mm-hmm.
Do we?
Do we?
Go ahead and make a Alec, or not Alec, sorry.
She don't know nothing.
No. Morganix and Varnast, you can make a history check.
I'm decent at that.
Woohoo!
Alec is gonna poke it. To see if it's permanent. She's thinking, oh, okay, you also like to face paint.
Yep, it's real.
That's not coming off. All right.
Okay. So, Cyrus, as you are sort of holding it up, and Morganix and Varnas, the two of you sort of look at the tattoo. Both of you come to the same conclusion, and you kind of both look at each other at the same time, and then sharing the realization, this is a tattoo that grants one access into the Devil's Gambit, which is one of the highest ranking of gamblers within Port Sahala, specifically in the Undercity of Port Sahala.
It's gonna come in handy later.
Wait, what will? It's not just another stupid drunk tattoo?
No. I look at Varnast. Do you want to tell him?
It allows you entrance into a very prestigious gambling hall in the underdepths of the city.
That
Jamie
sounds
turned
about
all the way
right.
up, and that scared the shit out of me.
Well, it's it's no Ziggy, but it'll do.
And just to review the information, you have zero knowledge of how you came across this. This thing embedded.
I
in
mean,
your arm.
no,
What happened?
No, I woke up and well, here's yours truly.
I mean,
Along
I'm not surprised.
Along, of course, with all of the sun drop, both me and Jinx seem to have dipped into the supplies.
By the way, Cyrus, could I have more? I just, I was able to get a lot of work done on my paper yesterday.
No.
I'm at
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Can I join on that?
I don't think she rolled a single word. I don't buy that for a second.
Yeah, both of you could tell she didn't write a word. I wrote like 17 pages.
Lies.
It's not lies. You can't see it
Yes.
either. It's my thesis.
I think Jinx has been
Tell
very
it to us, then.
forthcoming and very well. She's clearly very professional. So I don't personally, I don't see the
Professional.
harm.
Yes, very professional.
Show it to us then. I would love to read it.
You can't read it. It's mine, not yours. Mine.
Exactly, you lied.
I'm not lying. Stop saying I'm lying. I want.
Then show it.
No.
I thought I was supposed to proofread it for you.
Just give me the sun drop.
What have you done?
Pulls out a vial out of his bag of holding and just holds it up.
Yes.
What did you do to her?
I didn't do anything. I'm being a friend.
You started
No.
something terrible.
Cyrus, what part of this looks friendly to you?
Don't listen to them. They're bad people.
I mean, this was pretty fun.
Be a lot more fun if you gave me the sun drop.
I've done the sun drop, and I thought it was a wonderful time.
Well, at least this will get us access when we need to find Feather, right? This is good. Kind of looking over to Jigs. Too good, but good.
Perhaps we should focus back on the task at hand.
Yes, sun drop, please.
No, not
no.
The other one.
Cyrus will just kind of hold it out. He's not like stopping Jinx getting it if she wants it. Like she can get it.
God, she yoinks it and runs. Gone.
We need to put a stop to that. That makes me very uncomfortable.
Well, let's worry about the tyrant that's coming here first, shall we?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm a functional member of society.
Debatable.
If I had a negative 10 to insight, I would still call you on your bullshit.
Well, I don't believe we ever decided on a plan.
Well, something also occurred to me last night that I'm very concerned about.
What?
Well, Ferdinand being taken, I know he knew the risks and such, but if Durdine's men got to him, if they got him to talk, then he'll know that we had plans to talk with the coordinator.
Everything could be at risk.
I could scry on him, or perhaps you could send him a message.
Possible, I was thinking about that.
Which one do you think would be better?
I'm not sure it really matters. With sending, he could at least communicate back to us. I could know if he told them anything, but...
But he could also lie to you.
He could, but I doubt they're being particularly friendly with him. Is Penelope here in the room?
Not right now, no.
I'm gonna start to set up to scry.
With how Penelope described him, I doubt that he's someone that would turn so easily. She had complete faith in him. I could be
No.
wrong. I don't know the man, but why
But
would
we
he
need
lie
to
us?
know. We need to know. We should have done it last night. I'm sorry.
We didn't know either.
I didn't think about it until
No.
I was laying down and I was out of spells.
Okay. Gonna scry on Ferdinand.
Okay. Let me read scry.
Pass. Good check.
If he's alive.
I have a question.
Good point.
Yeah.
If I bend luck, does that make the DC for the saving person harder? If I boost Morganix's scry? Or is that being a bit patronizing?
can you drop bend luck, please?
I can link it because it's like
Yeah, when
yeah.
another creature you can see makes an attack roll, ability check or saving throw.
That you can see.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to boost Morganics. That's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm
Oh.
asking. Am I bastardizing things?
As a bonus or penalty to this, to the creature's roll, since a save isn't a
Scry's
roll.
not a roll.
Yeah, it's a roll on like the person being Scrydon's effect. No, but that's a. Listen, if you're willing to risk it, we can roll a D100 right now.
Does Mommy have
fireball the house?
Does Mommy have anything of Ferdinand's?
Oh yeah, if you guys were to go and get her, you could definitely get like just his like normal dress down clothes outside of the armor.
Okay.
We
Let's
probably
do
would
that.
just to make sure that we get this done correctly. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. So that you head to the room where Penelope is currently staying in, and she opens the door for all of you and sort of gives like a half-hearted smile and says, "Is there something that I can do to help all of you?"
We're going to try to locate Ferdinand.
Oh.
If you have something of his, it makes it easier on me.
Yes, I have many things. He brought some small things with him, just in case he needed them. Here, I think that, and she kind of goes down a couple of rooms and ruffles through a small backpack and pulls out just like a scarf or like a handkerchief. And
That'll work.
Here.
Thank you.
Yes. You can see her smiling with some hope for maybe finding Ferdinand here. So then...
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, when Annika sort of taught me how to scry, she included me in the ritual so I could see her scry. Is that something I could do with somebody else?
Yeah, sure. If you wanted to.
Then I will ask for Varnast's help so that he can see what I see.
Okay, yeah, get a little bit of a seance going. Hold hands,
What,
light the candles.
what, do I need to do anything?
Nope, you're good.
No, you're just going to be an extra set of eyes. You're very perceptive.
Okay, this is true.
Okay.
Read lips.
All right. So, you start to scry. You set out all of the necessary ingredients and arcane focuses that you need, and you cast a spell. Joining hands with Varnast, both of you then begin to see through the orb to maybe see
a corpse.
No. Wah, wah. Okay, so you have met the target firsthand, but then you do have a possession or garment, so that is a -4 to his save. Okay, all right.
It's actually a minus. Oh, wait. Yeah, I know that. Never mind. I don't know him well. I've only met him. My bad.
Yeah. Okay, so you channel the spell, and you do make a connection. And what you hear is
oh God,
very concerning initially. Before the image even clears, what you hear is the creaking of the hull of a ship, buffeting of sails, waves crashing on a moving vessel. And then eventually coming into focus, you see a brig on a ship. Inside, chained up, stripped down to almost nothing, lacerations and cuts and bruises, some bones broken and snapped in different places, and bits and pieces of flesh missing from his body. You see Ferdinand, still alive, barely. But inside that brig cell with him are 3, especially to you, Morganics, familiar faces. A man with one arm, built like a Goliath.
Oh shit.
A man thin and skinny with a weaselly face. And a woman with beads covering her eyes, blood spilling out of her mouth, chewing on a freshly devoured piece of flesh. These ungodly sounds coming from the guttural regions of her throat. God damn it. And you can see Ferdinand, he looks up and half-heartedly says, I will say nothing. You will not betray Penelope. You can see the weasel kind of shuffling in the corner. Someone who is very far out of their pay grade says, you better talk. You better talk, or else they're gonna do things to you, and you don't want to see what they're gonna do to you. You don't. And you can see the ox just sort of turn over his shoulder, looking towards the weasel, and he just shuts the fuck up. That is much better. You still have many parts left. Fresh meat. A snack for my friend here. You either tell us what we want to know, or there are worse things than death that she can do to you. You saw the half-orc, didn't you? The same could happen to you. Kind of squats down, grabs on to Ferdinand's face, squeezing his jaw, where you can actually begin to see Ferdinand wince in pain. So I suggest, in your best interest, that you tell us what we want to know. And if you do, I can promise you, your death will be quick. Not painless, just quick. You can see. Nope. Okay. You can see with the little bit of spittle and blood that is in his mouth, Ferdinand just spits in the ox's face. You can see the ox take his one good arm and just wipe the blood and spit, flick it onto the ground. You know, part of me wished that you were going to do that. Enjoy, my love. You can see the silence slowly start to shuffle towards him, and then squat down in front of him, and the same thing that Sayla had described seeing, now all of the two of you see it. The jaw unhinge, that scraping and crunching of bone as it just unhinges, and the entirety of his head and most of his shoulders, she just begins to swallow and chew. You can hear these teeth in the back of her throat that just begin to crunch and snap and break as Ferdinand is screaming in pain, absolutely agonizing, as blood is just dripping down off of the neck onto the shoulders, just destroying him entirely. And then eventually his body stops and the silence draws back. And you can see Ferdinand's face is cut and slashed, punctured and bruised, bits and pieces of skin and bone missing, an eyeball missing, the other one dangling out, his skull completely cracked open, and bits and pieces of his brain devoured. And you can see that he just sort of lifelessly, he begins to move and twitch. And just begins to groan, gasping for air. You can see the weasel kind of shuffle over and, avoiding eye contact with whatever the fuck is next to him, unshackles him. And you can see Ferdinand just stand and look towards the silence. And you can see her just smile. Sharp razor teeth. And that's where the vision cuts off. Both of you come back to the living room, the sort of dining area that you're in. And all of the rest of you can see that Morganix and Varnas do not have happy looks on their face.
Morganix is freaking the fuck out.
What did you see?
Is he all right? What is happening? What is going on with Ferdinand?
He is not all right. He opposed them valiantly, and then the silence took him.
Sayla looks visibly kind of ill at that because she's seen what happens.
Damn it.
I should have went after him.
So you could be on that ship with him? Don't blame yourself.
At least now we know. And we also know that he died with a sense of honor and he protected his word. Right?
I think so. I don't know what she gets from what she does.
If she could have just done that to get the information, they would have done it in the beginning.
Okay.
Why else would they have waited?
Okay. You can see her trying to convince herself and rein back in the freak out.
He's here in 2 days.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't have a day. We have
Penelope, if someone was coming to hear from Efera, which port would they enter?
From Efera, that would be the North Gate, which would be that's the Gold Gate.
Do you have a plan?
No. But I'm really, really tired of this bastard. The only plan I have is probably a shit one. But I don't think we're going to have a better one.
I mean, we've discussed in the past meeting him at the docks, blowing up the ship, and she kind of like looks over at Cyrus when she says that. So they can't retreat. Maybe we can even create some type of blockade so they can't turn the boat around. Let them dock, think everything's okay, and strike right there.
I think in combination with getting the coordinator to, at the last second, order her men to attack. I think that's the most we're going to catch him off guard, if we do that. And we end it before he can meet up with any more of his friends or allies in the city. Cut him off from any reinforcements and end it.
I think we'll have to. We have to make sure that they can't teleport out, or we'll need her mages.
I don't care about the as long as we get him, that's fine. And as long as I get to her, and Cyrus still goes Mum's dagger. He's like, put this through his fucking neck, then I'll be fine.
Well, yes, but the people he's with are obviously capable of teleporting if they got Ferdinand there. And we've got to make sure he doesn't have that exit.
There's only so much we can do to prevent that. You're not wrong, but we have
the coordinator said her mages could try.
You met with the mages the other day. Are they open to assisting in the battle, or was that all they promised was a meeting with the coordinator?
We did not discuss battle.
I'm sure that if the coordinator demanded it of them, they wouldn't have any other choice unless they wanted to end up like Duradin.
Besides, if we're all dead, we can't arrange their meeting with Emerald, can we? Or help them potentially study that which they want.
And like you said, if the coordinator orders it,
what choice do they have?
Her will be done, I suppose.
I'm
and
worried
I think that
about
is the best we have.
I think so.
My one concern. I think we just need to make sure that we go to the docks in disguise. You saw how quickly Sven, Vera, Jinx, Galadar were attacked after they knew that we were meddling. If they see that we're on the way to that dock, they could just turn around.
I could brew some invisibility potions and cast a spell on 4 of us.
I've always got my cloak, too.
We could all... I don't think we need anything so elaborate. We could just ride in a carriage, remain hidden. You can change your appearance magically at will.
That's true.
I'm just saying, I think we need to be extra careful. We can say whatever negative thing we want about Duradin, but the man's not stupid. He survived this long. He knows we're here. Agreed?
I agree.
Agreed. I wonder if there's a way of getting some false information to him. That we overstepped and we're in trouble here.
I mean, just figures. He's always worked on his fucking stupid self before with people I've known in circles. Just go to one of his districts and pretend that the coordinator didn't upgrade your mark and be like, "Oh, fuck, my arm is burning and I fucked Duradin." I mean, it'll get to him one way or another.
That is true. He has eyes and ears all over the city. You just have to make sure that you are convincing.
Could we spread a rumor that we've been imprisoned?
I don't think he'd buy it.
I'm not exactly sure what type of track record all of you have, but considering that Varnast here has a bit of a name to himself for being a pirate killer, I don't think prison would be likely bought by him.
Could we spread the story that the pirates have us?
nabbed us in the middle of Port Sahala while we were already here.
We
That's bold even for
were
raiders.
dipping our noses into things underground, and they took most unkindly to it. And the fact that we've been allying ourselves with the merchants, and things escalated.
As always, I'll do whatever you all want. I don't mean to be rude. I just...
It may be
We're not going to
unnecessary.
be able... We're not... He's going to have his guard up. He knows we're here.
Yeah.
Anything he hears, he's going to be second-guessing. He's going to be strategizing. He knows what we did in Efera. We beat him there to where he fled and he left. Even if he hears we're in prison, his guard will still be up. I think we do what we can to hide our movements, and I think hopefully just getting the coordinator involved with as many men as we can. I think we just have to strike before he meets up with any more friends or allies here. I don't see any other moves.
Okay.
I feel as though the coordinator would have the power at least to know when they are a few hours away from arriving. At least
Agreed.
spotting them. So that way we can get in position and have her men in position as well.
I'm sure she's smart enough. I'm sure she could get several random factions nearby without drawing too much suspicion. By the time they converge, hopefully he'll be moving into port and it'll be too late to turn around.
I agree. And again, we take care of his ship.
Alec,
Yes.
I can't remember if we discussed this, but there was a time when I told you that I believed that turning him back over to the Tarkirian Trading Company would be the best way to ensure peace. Forget I said any of that.
I think we all had a few days ago. But it's nice that we're all on the same page.
Yeah, Alec will just smile, kind of like pat Cyrus on the shoulder, because she knows how badly he wants that kill.
I'll behave.
Well, I think we actually want the opposite.
Yeah, in this instance, I think you take the leash off and go full throttle.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Thank goodness, I was totally lying.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Kayla's just in the back, just grinning, like, yes, unleash the beast.
If anyone has a shot at him, take it.
I can Eldritch Blast from a very considerable distance.
Good. I can drop lightning from a considerable distance. Whatever it is, if there's a shot at him, he's the target.
I think we need to let the coordinator know so she is prepared.
I'm sure I can cast Sending, and she could probably be here for us to discuss in detail what we need. I'm guessing a total of 75 words in one day will not be enough.
Probably not.
I can cast the spell 3 times.
Hey, that's metagaming, sir.
Bardass knows that! What do you mean? That's resource management.
I'm just kidding.
The true power fantasy of D&D.
Oh, man. Okay.
So are we all agreed?
Yeah.
I am.
I will cast Sending.
Send away.
And I'm not going to be specific. I'm just going to request that the coordinator meet with us again so we can discuss plans in detail.
Okay. She responds, give me 3 hours.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Until then, I think we stay still. Bide our time.
How's everyone doing on potions? What's everybody's stock look like?
I know Alec has a lot, actually.
I have a greater healing potion, and I have the ability to heal myself. So if anyone else is in need, put them first.
1 greater and 1 normal. So I'm fine.
Sayla?
Yeah, give me a sec.
I have 2 greater and 1 normal. Alec is Beast Boy.
Woo woo.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jamie, how many do you have? You have 2?
Oh, I've got 1 greater and 1 normal.
Okay. Make sure you stay not squishy.
I can't read which potion it is. I'm pretty sure it's potion of health.
I think that's
Okay.
just the default one then.
You've got 1?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I can give you a second one if that way everyone has at least 2.
Yeah, because
I shall hand her one of my greater healing potions.
Yeah, because I have 2.
Oh, no, it's a greater healing potion, so it's 44 plus 4.
Is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know how to tell. I'm so bad at this. I'm so
No, it's okay.
If
You
you,
have to like expand the window anyway
Yeah.
to be able to
There's
see all
also
of
a
it.
little thing at the top, like closer to the right-hand corner, that says pop out. If you click that, you can like make the inventory thing full screen, so you can get a much better idea what actually is in your inventory. A little bit more spread out. Pop in, close. Just in case you want to. But yeah, 1 greater.
now I can see the grate.
Okay. So then, where do we go from here? So are you guys just waiting for her to show up then?
Yeah, I don't think it's safe to go anywhere else right now.
So I will say,
As of that, I would do one thing briefly, but if anyone else has anything else, they can go first.
Sayla's very boring, so she's just gonna go sit in the corner and sharpen shit.
How much sharper can those things get?
She's about to have
That's a good question.
she's about to have
Like a
no
little
dagger.
nope.
She went from a long sword to a short sword to a dagger to a shiv.
Nah, Alec's gonna feed Doglet. That's it.
Feed Doglet.
And maybe see if Cyrus has a little bit more of that sun drop. If not, that's cool. But I mean, if we want to party, we can.
Gotta be chill
yeah,
before the coordinator shows up. Okay. So Varnes, what did you want to do?
He would go up to his room since it sounds like they're gonna just kind of like buckle down for the day. He's not too worried about like saving spell slots, so he's gonna check in with a few people.
Ah, yes.
He first is going to cast Sending to Estrid, his youngest sister.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. So, you cast Scrying. Or not Scrying, you cast Sending.
It's like, nope.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. You cast Sending. So, what are you saying? What's in the message to Estrid?
Estrid, it's your brother. I just wanted to see if you were okay. I love you. And I'm proud of who you've become. Be safe.
Okay. You do get a response. Arnast. Oh, thank you. I miss you so much. Liv and Mother and myself have been in White Harbor. Come home soon, please. We miss you a lot. Love, Estrid. And I'm pretty sure it would have been cut off right around there.
Yeah. Okay. Then, happy about that.
Now I want to message Korvac. What's up, bro?
Fuck you!
Parlay?
Remember when you took your shot and missed?
I
was losing 3 months loser.
It's not even that. It's like fucking Eric Andre. It's like, hey Korvac,
Bitch.
Bitch.
Just end the message just after 3 words.
Hey, Korvok, bitch.
Worth it.
Varnas is going to cast Sending one last time. And he's going to mention, send to what was his name? What was the name of the guy who, like, low-key betrayed us in All's Crossing? The brother?
Oh, Douglas.
Thank you. I knew it was a D, and I was like, Duncan. No, not Duncan. Not Duncan.
Yeah, you made the mistake of sending a message to Duncan once.
Hey, I didn't want to do it. All right. Douglas. Just wanted to see how you were doing. Hope things in Efera are all right. Hopefully we'll be back soon. And I'll call it there.
Okay. You kind of hear like a Varnast?
Like really loudly?
Yeah, like, hey, Varnast! Oh, things are going great in Efera. You wouldn't believe how All's Crossing has kind of exploded. People come here all the time because they just want to see where the revolution got turned around. Yeah, you get the feeling he's going to be talking for another 3 minutes.
But Varnas kind of just nods his head, glad sounds like he's doing better at least. And then he would just go down and probably play some more card games with Sven to pass the time, unless anyone needs to talk to him.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say about an hour and a half, sort of the halfway point before the coordinator gets there. There is a flash of magical energy inside your villa, which you've kind of gotten used to at this point, as you can see Grand Vizier Tak, along with 3 other mages, walk out. And you can see Grand Vizier Tak sort of slowly looks around, that, like, those beady dragonborn eyes, much more slender and lanky frame, holding his staff. He kind of looks around. Where is the... Ah, there it is. This is the gift that you have for me? Kind of taps his staff as he's walking over.
A way to make it weird.
All yours.
Good. Kind of pokes it with the staff a little bit. You can see the gift kind of... At this point, suggestion has dropped. What is happening? What am I doing? You see him begin to struggle, and Grand Vizier Tak says, no. And he's going to cast Hold Person. And that's like a DC 19. Oh, yeah, that's a failure. Grab him. This will be good. If I learn anything to aid you in their destruction, I will be sure to inform you as to what that is. Do you have any word on this meeting with Imariel?
Not yet.
So you're the one who wants to meet him.
Yes, I am.
And any particular reason? Are you a big fan?
Well, I have heard that his work is exquisite. His magical prowess is apparently unlike any other.
You mean him no harm, though, correct?
No, I think that all great magical minds should be allowed to pursue their greatest wants and desires without fear of retaliation.
Insight big fat insight check on that.
All right,
Same.
Megan. She didn't
Yes,
even let
please.
me say make an insight check. You just fucking did it. Look at all you guys. Oh my god. Alec is the only one who's like, yeah, sure.
No, she's vibing.
Okay, yeah. All right. Selah and Cyrus. He seems genuine for the most part, and even Varnast, he really he's an odd man, and that might just be the more lizardy aspect of him that is kind of showing this very reptilian nature, difficulty expressing emotions to an appropriate degree. But Morganix, the thing that bothers you is that he didn't say, no, I don't want to hurt him or I don't mean him any harm. He just said, no, I believe everyone should be able to pursue their academic and magical studies without any... He changed the subject. And didn't outright say, no, he doesn't mean any harm, just... people should be able to do what they want. Maybe more so talking about himself.
I see what you did there.
What do you mean? I merely respect my fellow academics.
But do you respect him?
Yes.
Exactly.
Perhaps
I will
we
hold
should
up my end. We will try to make this happen. But we do have very pressing matters that must be dealt with in the next couple of days.
Of course. All I ask is, in time, for getting you the meeting with the coordinator, you repay what is owed.
Of course I will.
Good.
I am of my word. I promised you I would try. But I also told you that I would protect him if it came to it.
Well, I understand. And he says, do what you can, and should nothing come of it, nothing comes of it. And he kind of turns around with the other mages holding the chair that the Gith is still attached to. The portal opens, and he turns around and he says one last thing. Is he really a man worthy of protection? He kind of shrugs and walks through the portal.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
I have no opinion on this. I'm just curious.
Who's Emeril?
Yeah, I still don't know the guy.
Coordinator is there as well, or was this? No, this was before.
Yeah, this is before
arrived,
she
right?
shows up. Just coming to grab the Gith, and then they were on their way.
Varnas looks to Morganix. The hell was that?
I mean, I told you about the deal I made.
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand what you're asking. Can you be more specific?
What was the point of trying to make enemies while we're in the middle of something?
I wasn't trying. I'm sorry. It's
Well, you
something
certainly didn't
that-
win any points there.
Well, hold on. What's the issue saying that we'd protect Amaryl?
I was just reminding him because I had made that point
No,
before. and
you're fine. You're fine.
something
Varnas,
about
what's your...
his manner disturbed me. That's all. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I don't understand. Varnas, what's the problem with protecting Amaryl, please?
I didn't say there was a problem. I'm just saying, trying to piss off the guy.
I'm inciting Varnas.
Go right ahead.
Make an insight check, Cyrus. 14. Are you lying, Varnest?
No, he's more upset that Morganix is just like poking a bear when it's like we have enough shit to deal with. Why are we trying to piss other people off when there was no need to reveal that information?
Okay, so yeah, Cyrus. That's
Like you can doubt that guy all you want. Why did you tell him? Oh, like basically you just did a big "I don't trust you," and that was just not smart, in Varnast's opinion. Has nothing to do with Emerald. It was why are we revealing information?
And Cyrus, you pick up on that.
Okay.
I am sorry. I will apologize when next we see him.
That's
I-
too late for that, but thanks.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing. You were just protecting your end of the deal. That is all. But you do need to focus on the here and now. You held up your end and you continue to do so. To the best of your ability. Now we just need to wait. Shoot, Varn has to look. Stop being such a turd.
Nah, he's got those steely eyes. Doesn't back down for a second.
My only... I suppose, knowing what we know about what their master took from Sayla and how eager he is on this subject, I just wanted him to understand that we aren't pawns, that we're smarter than he thinks we are. I don't think that there's any harm in him realizing that we are not to be toyed with. If there is, I apologize.
I have to disagree. I think there's a lot of harm for making someone think that you're a worthy adversary.
Is this really the time?
No, I suppose not.
She should be here soon.
Okay, all right. So with that, sort of the awkward left in the air. Another hour, 5-10 minutes pass. Right at maybe 3, bordering on 3.5 hours.
Would I get a short rest in and get my spell slot back?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right.
Yep. So you take that moment to rest, and then another portal opens in your living room, and stepping out is the coordinator. Coordinator Rohesia. Image. To the Aragenasi woman with the sort of tattoos on her face and chest, the long white wispy hair that kind of seemingly, even without a breeze coming through the villa, still just blowing and resting in the wind. So she steps out and says, "Well, I'm here. Let's discuss."
We've decided on a plan.
Good. What is it?
We are going to meet Duradin and his men at the docks. We're going to allow them to dock and enter the city, but just that area alone. We'll be waiting for him there. But we find that it's best that we take him and everyone out in that moment before he can connect with anyone else. But we need your help. We need to be able to spot him before he arrives so we can all get in position.
Yes.
And if you have any magic users at your disposal who could prevent them from teleporting away, that is also a concern.
Yes. I can enlist Tak. I can have him and some of his best mages make sure that they are there at the dock waiting and ready just in case this seal of a man gets any ideas on when and where he should be. Very well. Mages to
And
counter any escape
also,
attempts.
If you have any connections of people to help reinforce us in this matter. He has powerful friends, and we witnessed just that again today. So, not that we are not capable of handling this on our own, but we could use the help.
Of course. If you want to keep it small, I could maybe spare 25 of the elite guard just to make sure that nobody's running off in any directions. Crowd control and the such to make sure no groups of people who care deeply about Duradine Dupree, gods rest their souls, try and disturb the arrest and any, or execution, I guess we should say, in any way, shape, or form. But
Alec kind of looks at everyone else as if, is this okay?
25 is the number I can keep it at to know that no one will spread any rumors. I can pick 25 of my most trusted, who I know they are on my bankroll and no one else's.
I think it's the best plan we have. How are you going to deal with the politics of the situation? People are going to hear about what happened.
Oh, yes, they will. And they'll understand that Coordinator Rohesia does not take anything from anybody, and that if anyone ever tries to pull anything like Duradine did, they will get the exact same treatment. Hung from one of the 4 colossuses around the city, and food for the seagulls.
In Primordial, Varnast says, "Glad to see you take after your father," with a smile.
She'll smile and respond in Primordial. He taught me a few things, and I intend to use them. So, anything else? Or is this it?
About how far out can you identify a ship?
If I have my best spotter on it, do you know where he's coming in from?
Efera.
Efera. Goldgate. Northport. The issue is the mountains to the north. Maybe 3.5 hours notice.
And I assume that'd be plenty of time for us to get to the North Gate if we were notified.
Correct.
I'm not. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you'd be pushing it, but you'd be getting right there.
All right. We would just need someone to communicate with us the moment that he is identified and spotted, so that we could move and make sure that we're in position.
I'll have one of Tox mages be ready to send a message. And you are sure that Duradine will be here either Thursday or Friday?
All of the information we have has led us to believe this.
All right. I'll give my spotter today and tomorrow off, and they'll be working 48 hours straight, Thursday and Friday. And then...
I wouldn't hesitate to continue to have someone else in their stead while they're resting.
Yeah.
Just in case?
Correct. And I do not mean to question your authority, but we don't want to miss this opportunity.
Of course.
Duradine is certainly a slippery one.
That he is. All right.
Which, you think about it, it's kind of ironic, because he's fucking huge.
Yes, he does have quite a bit of dexterity in and out of social situations. If only his skills in social situations were the same as his in physical situations, we'd probably be in a lot easier spot right now. Gods. All right, well. Then we have a plan. I'll keep my spotter and messenger up there, just in case. I'll be sure to inform my 25 to be ready at the North Gold Gate Thursday and Friday. And as soon as he is within 3-4 hours, you'll get the heads up. Now, would you like me there to perform the arrest, or I understand there must be something of a vendetta. If you'd like, I can sit in the background and all of you can be in charge.
Well,
I can make
Cyrus
you
here is
honorary...
going to kill him.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Just make sure you leave something for the Colossus. Seagulls have to eat too.
Well, I am also going to eat his heart.
Oh.
What she said.
Very nice.
Cyrus doesn't miss a blink.
It sends a message, that's for sure.
This is your port, obviously. I'd recommend you stay back. If the worst case happens and we fail, you'll be needed to mount everyone else against him.
Oh, yes.
And plus, we don't plan on talking to him. The moment we see him, we strike.
All right. Very well. Okay.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Wouldn't be in the situation, and I'd have to continue to deal with his terrible self if you hadn't presented the information you did. Well, if there is nothing else, I suppose then I will see you Thursday or Friday.
Thank you again.
My pleasure. All right. And you can see her turn around, tap the crystal on her around her neck, dangling from her necklace, walk through another portal. And all of you are left alone. No Gith now either. Just the 5 of you, Doggelin, Galadar, Sven, Penelope, and Vera.
And Jinx.
And Jinx. Well, Jinx isn't in the room right now. Jinx is in Tijuana right now, all right?
Oh, God. It's a magical place.
Truly, yes. All right. So,
Are we going to go examine our ambush point?
I worry that, again, seeing what happened with Ferdinand, I don't know how smart it would be to leave. I feel as though we'll be safer here. Penelope, do you happen to have maybe a map of this North Port?
Yes, I should be able to find something that can be used.
I think that might be the safer option. We could draw out a couple of ideas. Is that okay with you, Morgana? Because I didn't mean to.
No, I think I'm perfectly content with that. We could get some paper and just draw it out the best we can.
Alec will just nod and kind of like look to Penelope to see if she has any type of, I don't know why she would, but she might, just like blueprints of the area.
You should have asked the coordinator.
Well, Penelope said she had something.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, well, sadly, this is not my domicile, but I'm sure that Zhifeng has something somewhere. Let me poke around for a bit, and I should be able to find something.
Okay, thank you.
And she smiles and turns and heads back into the rest of the villa, looking for any type of blueprints or coordinates, anything that could help give you an idea of what the area is going to be like when you go to do the deed.
And I'll just go and grab parchment and set it up on the table.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So, set it up, and all of you then just get into the waiting game, as this now is just time to mentally prepare. So, we have about 3 hours, and eventually Penelope comes back with a map. So, you can see that the area where Duradine would be entering is for the type of ship that he's on, which Varnast would be able to give you the details for what ship he would, just based off of the description of it, knowing which ship it is, and then what area in the Gold Gate it would be sent to. You have a pretty good idea of where the ship is going to be. It's in a very cramped part of the dock, and it has 3 ways of entrance. So here's what I can do, actually, is I can just move you guys to a map. And then I guess I can let you draw on it. Okay, let's pull alt scene.
Ooh.
So,
The water moves.
Yeah, it does.
Neato.
So, there is an exit off this way on the far side. There is an exit northward over here, and then also on the right side. So,
Sorry, left, north, and right.
yeah, left, north, and right. Or I guess we could just say up, left, and right. It's probably the better way to
Fair
do
enough.
All right.
that. And then here's what I'll
Then
do.
Alec would
is-
suggest that. I hope there's like an eraser tool so this doesn't get ugly.
Are there like nearby buildings and?
Yeah, it's so right above where your tokens are, those are their buildings right here.
Oh, so these are all rooftops. Okay.
Yeah, and then
Is
also
this like a smaller gate, like a smaller port to come in at, or?
yeah, this one is smaller. It's much more cramped. Gotcha. And then I'll just add these for the guards wherever you wanted to put the elite guards that
are being provided.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Sayla just became a skulker, which means she can attempt to use her bow to hit shit, and if it misses, there's a chance she's not going to be seen. So she needs to be somewhere where it's dark so she can be hidden.
You got lots of shadows.
Well, hard to say because we don't know the time of day he's going to come in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She could always tuck herself up on one of these rooftops, though.
Yeah.
True, behind one of the little, like, whatever those are, jutting up
Pillar
at the top.
things.
Yeah, that.
I was gonna say, Alec would could like suggest maybe like conveniently once they get the information, there's just like a a cart that gets broken down over here, and over here, and over here. Like like fucking storage shit, just to block these paths. With
Just
a
to
literal
slow down anyone that just tries to run.
Yeah. And not make it obvious, but like, as if they're going to they're literally taking supplies in further in, but it just fucking drops everywhere. And then we could also place a couple of these boys, I can't move them, but a couple of them kind of hidden about behind them, to be honest with
We
you.
place legitimate traps there if someone does try to run that way.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Do we have any traps?
I
That
was
would
gonna say,
be.
can any of us make traps? Or
I was gonna say Sailor and Alec probably could.
Oh yeah, we
I
could
don't.
like,
I
make
don't
some
know if I
badass
can.
traps.
And
With your knowledge of traps and Alex
Yeah, that's what I
fucking
figured.
spiky shit, we could.
And I could possibly throw in something a little alchemical.
Eh?
Alchemical fire tripwires.
Yes.
I mean,
We'll just.
or
Fucking
even
We've
something.
invented claymore mines.
Or something that all you have to do is
gonna point something
bolt
out
from
there.
afar. What?
Sorry, just as a reminder, we're not gonna be there until like he's there, so we can't really.
Oh, I thought we
set
were
up
going to
a
be there
close.
beforehand.
Joe
got
said
a
we'd be
three-
cutting it close,
We
so
got
I'm
a
not
3-hour grace period, roughly, right? Like she said, she could spot boats 3 hours out.
Yeah, and it'll take
And
you
by
about
the time we get that information,
So-
time we get here. So go ahead. Sorry.
you maybe have a half an hour to an hour to do any setup that you'd want to do.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, I wonder if we should just be camping there.
I don't want to get there
The
till the
problem
last
is getting
second.
seen.
Yeah.
All right.
Then, I mean, I still think having the caravans that are broken down just to block off exit, having the men hiding nearby behind those just to give them some cover. And I don't think there's a problem with having, if we have the time now, between now and when they arrive, to try to attempt to make some small traps that could be laid,
What? It's too bad that she's already left. I mean, we could always ask her through sending, maybe, but like maybe have her men set up some traps, like use the mage's help.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm just worried he might be watching the port since he knows where he's going to be coming in from. That's my only concern. I'm not against traps. I'm just worried if he sees something and knows that something's coming, like immediately.
Then no traps, and then we just go with our little blockades and just have people there.
We also have to pray that the silence and that they're not on the ship too.
They are.
Oh, they absolutely will be.
Oh, I was hoping they got
100%
teleported
are.
away. I was hoping they got
No.
teleported the fuck away.
No, we killed them too.
There's no way Duradine will not have them right there to
Dude,
protect him.
that's so sketch. She's like terrifying.
I know, but
straight
there's
up-
nothing to do about it.
I know, I'm just saying it's sketch.
Straight up, like the moment they're like in port, like before they even dock, I'm gonna try and capsize the ship.
Oh yeah, that is number one goal.
I'll be
I'm
setting
okay
on
with that.
fire.
Yes, 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 yes.
But we want eyes on Dupree. Like, we want to make sure he doesn't teleport out. We want him off the ship so we have eyes on him.
I agree with that too. Like, I think we need to let them literally walk on, and as soon as their feet are on
Then-
the stone, then demolish the ship. That's the safest way to do it.
What I feel. Because otherwise there will always be that lingering possibility that he got away.
If this man gets away, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah, same. We worked too hard for this shit.
By all means, capsize the ship, but let him get his feet on the dock first. Please.
I mean, we'll adapt as necessary. Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Don't. No, it's valid.
Thank you.
So, if we have these three things set up to conveniently break down, having our men hidden amongst crowd, I guess, or the area, if there is a crowd. I assume there's not going to be that much of one, since it seems to be more of a private area. Where do we want to be?
I mean, we're probably just going to be in one of the buildings just until we kind of get eyes on him, right?
Yeah, I mean, that works.
Yeah.
Joe, question, because Varnas knows, like, ports and ships much better than Ryan does.
Mhm.
So, like, if Duradine's coming, are they in charge of just, like, offloading their own ship? Or, like, would people from, like, the Tarkirian Trading Company, like, be here to help
Oh
them?
no, my sound is gone. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
So because this isn't a cargo ship, no. Since it's just like a commercial vessel, and because of not commercial, because it's just a personal vessel for Duradine's own travel, he pays any fees that he needs to in advance. So that means that he's just allowed to park, like he's just allowed to come into port and drop
He's
anchor.
got prepaid parking.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
all right.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's good news, actually. That's really good news. Because then we won't have a bunch of workers just being like, why are those guards setting up blockades and why are they so heavily armed?
Why am I now on fire?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
What's with that tripwire they're putting up? Someone could get really hurt on that. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Some guy literally just started working there like first day and just everything goes to hell. Boss gets murdered by these fanatics. Okay. Well, it seems like we have a decent plan in place. Do we want the guards to remain behind the blockades and just take care of people that try to escape, or do we want some support?
I think we could do both. I mean, if she's giving us 25, could have, just a few at each spot, just making sure. But then as much support as we can get.
You can put 3 behind each barricade, arm them with spears to just stab people off if they try to climb over or move around them.
Yep.
And then the rest can be with us, just taking care of any of the men he sends out against us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think about the big targets here. There's Duradine himself. Then there's the people we need to worry about. Ox and Silence. The Weasel is not a very capable fighter. Is that what you said? I don't remember.
I have no
Do
idea.
we know that?
No.
Okay, maybe the Weasel.
I assume he's capable. I can't imagine the other two.
I always
Why
got
would
the
the other two
impression
keep
that-
him around?
I always get the impression that he was like sneaking, just controlled like a band of like sneaky roguey people, but maybe he was like not particularly like he can get away, but I don't know if he's great at fighting.
Yeah, I think that was kind of his shtick, is that he is
I
kind
mean,
of slippery.
he shot right the hell up when the Ox looked at him, so bare minimum,
Yeah.
he's not as strong as the Ox. Not a shocker, really, but okay,
Yeah.
so Weasel's a maybe. We don't know. But it'd be nice to kill him too, obviously, because man has connections.
Right.
Then Duncan and was Frederick the name of the other warlock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Duncan and Frederick. That's with those alone, that's a lot of power coming at us. But I think this is the best plan.
I just hope we're not biting off more than we can chew.
I think this is our best shot.
We also have the support of the city behind us, and they seem to be powerful mages too. I agree with Farnas. It's the best we got.
Hey,
Also,
Joe,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sayla can use assassinate with her bow, right? Not just her.
Yep, true. That is true.
Okay. Okay, just making sure, because she's up on top of the roof, and I'm like, eh. Don't want to sacrifice that in case I can actually get in and do that.
No, yeah, I gotcha.
What were you gonna say, Jamie?
Yeah.
So sorry.
I forgot.
No, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, we're probably doing it tonight. It's okay.
Okay.
If anyone has any concerns or ideas, I think now's the time.
Got a solid idea.
I mean, Cyrus will say, like, I mean, Dorotine and these, well, pricks have run away from us too many times. If shit gets bad, there's no problem of us running away. We'll grab Mom and we'll get the fuck out of here.
Do we want to get Penelope out of here before he shows up?
That's it. Mom's willing to actually leave.
I have spent the past several days outside of my own home because of this man. Unless things get dire, I refuse to leave my city because of his maliciousness. If things get bad enough, I will leave. But I do not want it to come to that.
I think we leave Jinx here. And if things go bad, she can get Penelope out of here instantly.
Are you sure about that? Cyrus seems to have screwed her up a little.
I think she'll be fine.
Let's hope so.
And again, the best plan I have. What do you two think, though, talking to Cyrus and Penelope?
I am fine with that.
This works for me, but like I said, I mean, if it goes bad, we're leaving. There's no honor in dying. At least not to these fucking people.
I think Galadar should stay behind as well.
He should be there with us, I think.
I think that Galadar is a great, powerful asset that we're going to need in this fight. Penelope will be safe. And Alec looks to her. I think she's very capable of taking care of herself. And Jinx will be there. We're not going to let these people get anywhere near her. But we need Galadar with us.
Varnus looks over to Galadar. What do you think?
I think I know that in terms of what one is capable of, Morganix, she surpasses me. So I know that in this situation, it would almost be her protecting me, but my duty, my job, before I fell, was to guide her and protect her. So, I would like to, in this situation, try to do what my purpose was many months ago. And kind of looks to you, Morganix. I want to be there to protect her, should she need it.
I mean, if you don't... If that's what you want, I don't think... I don't know. I think you should be there, but if you don't feel equal to the challenge, there's no shame in admitting that.
And I take no shame in admitting it. But, regardless, I wish to be there.
Did Galadar level when we leveled?
I did not level him, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Then it is decided.
What about Vera? Another level 7?
We bring her with.
What does Vera want?
Yeah, I think it depends on what Vera wants, but I don't know. Level 7 rogue, she's so squishy.
Well, I suppose that it depends on the escape plan.
I think you're the escape plan.
Well, then, I suppose that if Jinx here has access to that teleportation, where do you teleport to? As far as I understand the magic, you need a place to go to.
I assume Jinx has numerous options far away from Port Sahala, so perhaps that's an assumption I made incorrectly.
Well, also, as far as my knowledge goes, Cyrus would need to be taught those runes, if he is to do them, should the occasion arise.
I mean, if and Cyrus like looks at like Jinx fucking zooming around the balcony outside, he's like, well, if Jinx has the time, perhaps Jinx could teach me. I mean, I know a few of the runes in Efera, so if they really, really needed to get out of here, I mean, I know the rune rather well towards crossing.
That might not be a bad idea, in all honesty. Landlocked, and I very severely doubt that any mages under Duradin's instruction would have access to that.
Then, as soon as Jinx is capable then perhaps we will share some of our runes.
I might be able to help with that. I've heard that spells like Lesser Restoration can help remove any type of inebriation or hangover effect, so maybe it can help.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
This didn't come from me. I didn't say to do this. I just thought it was funny. I didn't say do it.
Did you learn anything?
Cyrus just looks at Morganix and like squints his eyes.
Okay.
You know, we could always use it on him too and sober him up.
Yeah, it's really good to know.
I mean, it would last literally all of a minute.
That's why I never wasted the spell slot.
Well,
You're no fun. You're just no fun.
I get that a lot.
Well, here, give me one sun drop and it should be enough to get her attention.
I mean, careful. I think she's willing to scratch and bite right now, so... And Cyrus will, like, full on hand down to the elbow, just pull out the bag of holding, just be like, yep, there you are.
Thank you. All right. Wish me luck. And Galadar walks off, and you just hear the scuffle from a distance, kind of muffled. It sounds like an episode of Tom and Jerry. But eventually, about 5 minutes later, Jinx walks in, kind of like holding her arm, like looking at the floor, not making eye contact with anybody, and says, "So, I realized that maybe earlier I said some things that I did not mean because I was under the influence of certain things. So I just wanted... Galadar and I both thought it was appropriate that I come in here and apologize to everyone for taking drugs and lying about writing my paper. I am sorry."
You didn't write 17 pages?
No. In fact, I ate my title page.
God damn it.
But I see this as a good thing. It allows me to start from square one. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Well, seems like we have our plan in place.
As much as we can.
Then I recommend we rest and everyone do their preparations.
Get my alchemy stuff out. Probably would have done this early in the day, honestly, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, you got time, so it's okay. So, yeah, with that plan set into motion, you then have, let's see, I mean, the rest of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you have about 3 days. So, other than that, just playing the waiting game, other than the creating of certain alchemy things?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to brew some stuff.
Okay.
I guess I'm talking to my parents later.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll say for the rest of Tuesday, you could get at least one done, especially because this is the first time. Well, no, you've made alchemical fire before, so we'll say you can make 2 this day.
Oh, I'm gonna try something a little different.
Oh, you are? Okay. What you trying to make?
In the ring of spell storing is a haste spell. Could I study that and create a potion of haste?
Oh, you can try, that's for sure. Oh, yeah.
Well, I would love to try, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, man. I hope it works. That's dope.
But will I waste... can I do that and still keep the spell in the ring, or will I waste the spell? Can I just try to study it, study the magic of it, and replicate it?
Here's what I'll say. Make an Arcana check, and we'll say DC 14. Okay. All right. Yeah. You study it, and you have a pretty good idea. You know that it requires a combination of harmful and healing materials to make, just because of that exhaustion effect at the end. But you have a pretty good idea without using the spell in the ring of spell storing that you can use it without sacrificing the spell.
Okay, I will try to brew one of those.
Okay. Go ahead and make an alchemy tools check. Just a regular one, since this isn't something you're used to making. This is an experiment, so you're not wasting the spell. But we'll
I always forget where it is on here.
Oh, it's kind of weird to get to it. You have to go to items, and then let's see, what is it? Oh, it should be in equipment. What? Where's it at?
So I'm adding my proficiency and wisdom or intelligence?
Wisdom.
Okay, so it's just going to be a +7.
Okay.
D20 roll, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. That is true. Let's see what it is. Banana.
Oof.
Ooh. D20.
So that's a 12.
It's a 12. Okay, you do brew the potion successfully. It doesn't blow up in your face. The only issue with it is it does the haste spell exactly as advertised, except when the haste expires after a minute. So it's no longer concentration, but it's just after a minute, it gives 2 levels of exhaustion instead of just 1.
Oh, shit.
So it's very high risk, high reward.
All right. How much of my supplies did that take?
We'll say, we'll just say 15 gold magical.
Okay. And you said that was the only one I would have been able to do today?
Yeah, because that's not something you've ever made before, so yeah.
I will give it to Alec and explain the associated risk.
Ooh. I love and also scared.
Potion
Thank
go
you.
burr.
Wow. Yikes. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate this very much.
And I mean, I have the spell in the ring. It seems like this will be the time to use it, but it would also be nice to use it on myself or Varnast. It would be nice to be able to hit a couple of us.
I will say you just bumped her AC to 21.
Nice.
Yeah. That's fucking insane.
I mean, this seems like the time to use it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely it does.
Okie doke.
If only we still had that invincibility potion.
Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah, but the invincibility potion allowed her to have the funds to buy the Ring of Spell Storing to make the haste potion.
True.
And other potions in the coming days.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I have more ideas. I have one for Sayla, too.
Oh, okay.
But that'll be another day.
So curious. Okay.
So, eventually evening comes, and as all of the rest of you are sort of heading off to sleep, Organics, you receive a message. You can hear a very familiar voice in your head. the same one that was your theology teacher. Same one who found you in the library immediately after you had heard from Galadar the first time. Your father. Morganix, we hope you are still okay. Master Reginald has offered her aid should you need it. Your mother and I miss you greatly.
Oh, Dad, I'm okay. I found Galadar. We have a plan. Please stay safe. I saw the house. I love you both so much.
Maybe a few minutes after that, receive another message. The voice of a woman who you will always remember her teacher voice, especially so, as it was a class while you were so interested in certain things just terrified you half to death about astronomy. You hear your mother's voice through a very broken, happy cry. Stay safe, my dear. And know that when there's a new home and you come back to us, I'm going to cook you the best meal you've ever had in your life. We both love you so much.
Hi, Mom. Take care of each other. I love you both so much. Everything's gonna be okay. I love you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, sounds good. So, you sort of sit in your room, and outside of everything else that has happened, at least in this moment, you find a little bit of peace, knowing that they're safe. And at least right now, until Friday, you are too. So, is there anything anybody else wanted to do on that this Tuesday night? You wouldn't really have enough time to brew another potion. You just have to wait until tomorrow, but...
Varnus is out of sending, so there's nothing he would do unless somebody goes to interact with him.
Okay. So they just played the waiting game. All right. Okay. So...
I might have... Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
I have one first level spot in my ring of spell storing.
Mm-hmm.
So I might ask Galadar to put a thunderous smite in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure, he kind of like smiles and nods and, sure, I can do that.
Cool.
And here, I'll go ahead and, I'll just add it to your, thing just real quick.
You never know when it might come in handy.
Yeah, it seems like it could be useful.
Yeah.
Thunderous Smite. Boop. All right,
I think that's a spell I have as a Hexblade anyway, but my spell slots are so limited, so, you know.
Yeah. Nope, there you go. You got it. Thunderous Smite.
Great. Now it's full up again.
All right. Sick nasty. All right, with that, dawn comes on Wednesday, the 3rd of Hearthfire. Morganix, in this day, you'd probably have enough time to brew 2 potions. What are you thinking?
I have an idea for Sayla of basically creating a smoke bomb.
Oh yeah, that's easy. You know what? I'd say
just something that would obscure an area for her.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say no check necessary. That's like rudimentary alchemy brewing.
Okay.
We'll say 15 gold of the non-magical supplies, and it pretty much works like darkness, but with smoke instead. So it's like a 15-foot radius, and it's non-magical. So a strong gust of wind could come through and clear it out, but it would have to be like a magical gust of wind. Like the cantrip Gust, maybe. So, yeah, darkness. So, Sayla, what I can do is I can just add darkness to your character sheet.
I love this. I love this so much. Thank you.
Just something she can hide in if necessary, and
yeah, I get it.
Either get away or get her sneakies or whatever.
Not sick. Darkness. Actually, is there a smoke bomb spell? No, there's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's not anything I've found in like official content, but it's just, it seems like it would be easy enough.
Yep, 15-foot radius, and yeah, the only difference is, like I said, it's smoke, and it can only be dispersed by by magical wind. There you go.
Cool.
All right. Sick nasty.
For a more difficult one, since that one was easy, I'd love to attempt another potion of flight for Cyrus.
Okay. Yeah, you have a little bit of experience making these now. Just like a little bit. So that makes it not as difficult. So we'll say how much gold of magical supplies do you have?
Of magical supplies, I have I have 200 gold of explosive alchemical. I have 15 gold worth high quality alchemical. I have healing herbs. Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, so we'll say that you can use 30 of the explosive, and you can sort of refine. It takes more gold of the explosive, but you're kind of refining the qualities from those plants that you want. It's just easier to make bombs with those ones, but that's okay. It's magical. That's the important part. So 30 gold of those to attempt to make 1 flight potion. So roll your d20, add 7, and we'll see what it do.
Ooh.
That's a 22.
Gosh dang it, Galadar.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Galadar was like, no. You want to reduce the heat slowly, and then he really came in clutch there. So yeah, you successfully make 1 potion of flying. It lasts for 1 minute. It's not concentration, and the person who drinks the potion can actively end it when they want.
Off to Cyrus it goes.
All right, Cyrus, do you already have flying as a spell?
Oh, he does?
Well, no, I was asking. No, he doesn't. Okay, so I'll add it to his character sheet real quick.
So I was going to say, if he already has it, that's such a waste.
No, yeah, here. Fly away. Okay, all right, so then You got that, and then I'll add a fly potion. Consumables. Okay. All right. So that is that.
Don't worry, I have an idea for Varnas, but that's got to be tomorrow.
So yeah, you put us out for this fight.
Alrighty. Cool. All right, so you got that potion of flight, Cyrus. Okay. So then Wednesday, any important talks happening on Wednesday? Or are you guys just kind of coasting through the day, just trying to breathe and prep?
Alec has nothing. Vibing.
Okay. Alrighty. So then we.
Is there a
Mhm.
way?
Yes. Alec has nothing. Well, actually.
Yes, but actually no.
Never mind. I have like 3 ideas, and I feel like none of them are good. So.
That's a little harsh.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I was like, is there a way that we could just stick a fat bomb right here and just wait for them to roll up and like fucking casino style, like when he gets into his car and shuts his door like a fucking car bomb, but it's fine.
A fat bomb right here.
Well,
Alec would have
what
no
I
jack
was
shit about that, so.
thinking earlier was like some kind of booby trap that like Cyrus could firebolt from afar.
That's what I'm saying, because like
On contact.
the more that we listed off everybody that's going to be pulling up in this boat, I'm just like, if we could just get Durandine only to step out and just blow up the rest of the fucking ship, we don't have to worry about anybody else. So I've been sitting here thinking about how can we sink the ship before everyone gets off, and I just don't have any ideas. Like, Alec
Well,
has mold
first we
earth and shape water, but like I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm back. What have you got, like, what's the equivalent of like gunpowder and like mercury fulminate and just fill it with a bunch of fucking shrapnel and put it near the edge of the dock and then just shred the boat.
Just fill a keg with it,
Like-
and then
Yeah, just have like a keg
on the
near it.
boat.
Yeah, or just have it near the dock. So as soon as they like put the gangplank down, just fucking shrapnel the living shit out of them.
I like this idea. Like that goes off the same time you fucking firebolt the shit out of everything. Could we make that? Yo?
It would probably take Morganics the majority of Thursday. Because that's really dangerous.
And might blow up the house.
Yeah, it could do some property damage. But if you want to
What
try,
if it was literally just a keg of gunpowder?
that is less dangerous to try and make.
Well, we wouldn't be making it. We would
We could
send
just buy
somebody
it, right?
to buy it.
Yeah. Could we have it delivered? Can we DoorDash some
Because that
Postmates?
would explode if hit with fire, yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. What if we bought like a bunch of them, painted them to look like barrels, have Cyrus just be like, "Hey yo, spark," and then just blow up the entire side of the ship?
Painted them to look like barrels. What did they
I'll
look
just
like?
make-
I like
before?
this.
Wait, never mind. Hold on a second. Can't listen to Weird World. Okay, just say they're already coming in barrels.
Were they not barrels before? Or did you have like Legend of Zelda bombs in your head?
I'm so sorry. I'm
Also,
stupid.
we're definitely on like a fantasy form of a watch list now.
I'm so sorry. Okay. You know what? What if we just got a bunch of barrels of gunpowder and just line them up over here like they're just fucking barrels of fucking barley or something? You know?
I mean,
that
like barrels at the edge of a dock are very common.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're not gonna blink twice. They won't just assume, oh, that's like a metric ton of gunpowder.
Okay, yeah. Let's do this, right? Am I stupid for having this thought? I'm just trying to not
I had it too.
have our characters die.
But Varnast, what do you think?
Okay, can I ask a super metagamey question?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
No.
like here's the thing, like we're really powerful. Like, would a keg of gunpowder be stronger than Cyrus just straight up casting a fireball, for example?
A lot of
Question
gunpowder
being-
would be good.
Yeah, I mean, as metagamey as it is, I've used a bomb as grok. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
What if
Like,
we were to get the kegs of gunpowder and like carefully place like a cannonball inside each one, or a little vial of alchemist fire?
Or like massive fucking like carpenter nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're making an IRA nail bomb.
Yeah.
It. By
Like,
the way,
I understand what you're saying, Ryan. Like, you're like, why? What's the point of this when we could just fireball it? Well, it's doing double damage because if he just fireballs it and that goes off, that's, you know what I mean. I feel like the silence doesn't know how to fucking swim. Like, I just feel like the more that we can do damage at a surprise round, the bit safer we're gonna be.
We also gotta consider if the fireball works.
Because
the fireball. I mean, metagamey. They won't have the range for counterspell.
Well, I mean, like, you know,
just
isn't
saying.
fireball the thing that's missed a few times in the past?
No, that's firebolt.
That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fireball has never missed.
Yeah, balls never miss. Yeah. Yep. By
All
the
I
way,
can picture is us.
a keg of
trying
gunpowder
and it failed.
explodes. No, you're good. Explodes in a 15-foot radius for 7d6 fire damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get a few of them.
Let's
get a
much?
few of them.
How much?
They
How
are
much? Yeah.
250 gold apiece.
Penelope, what's up? Best friends?
Hey yo, mama.
Oh wait, did I sell my Pitus?
No.
No.
All right, boys.
No.
Guess we're going.
This is what you're gonna spend it
Alec
on.
would do it in a
I
heartbeat.
love this. We're selling drugs in exchange for explosves.
Alec would do it in a heartbeat.
We're not
Like,
the bad
she
guys,
will-
right? Are we the bad guys?
She's gonna store some
we selling
away.
hash for fucking bombs?
Are we the
Like,
baddies?
her little personal pouch is gonna be full. You bet your ass, but she will still.
I am never going to be able to go back to my family in Ireland, am I?
Probably not.
I'm just not getting in the country anymore. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
Jesus Christ.
How many barrels do we want? Is the real
I mean,
question.
at least 3, right?
Okay, I agree. Let's do 3.
Cyrus? Do you still have a bag full of money?
Oh yes.
Would you consider this a worthy investment?
Of course. I mean, as long as he'll just kind of like again. You just see his arm disappear to the elbow, and he's like, oh, somewhat. Just pulls out a full-on handful of jewels. Is this enough?
I would think so.
I mean, if we kind of like. Then again, if we're buying gunpowder, are they going to care if it's in gold or jewels? Maybe.
If we're buying illegal arms, do they care if it's in Bitcoin? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry that I have mentally abused all of you so much that this is the fucking tactics you guys are using.
Can I
Little scary boys.
Can I 3D print,
Joe?
Can I 3D print an AR-15 receiver?
You've broken him.
What even are we?
Jesus Christ.
So yes, Joe, we would like to order 3 barrels of gunpowder, please.
Oh, only 3? Wow.
Well, I mean, Penelope would probably chip in another, so let's do 4.
4. Wow. What is that? 4 times 7? 28d6? 28d what? 28d6? Of
What you said.
Fire damage?
We're
Yeah.
supposed to be able to identify the body, guys.
That was
Nah,
the...
it's fine.
Nah. Our goal is just fucking.
If I just see fucking ash, I'll be like, nah, that suffices.
Close enough.
Yeah, you can do locate object on his douchey sash.
You literally, we have to do dental records, locate object, Geraldine Dupree's teeth.
All right. Are we good for this? I'm down.
Yeah. How many gems do you need?
Oh my god, next session's gonna be so good.
Jesus Christ.
What
Okay.
do you want? Like 1,000 gems? 2,000 gems?
It should be. Let's see. It should be. Um, 1,750 gold worth of gems, and then Penelope will pay the other 250.
1,750 gems. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like one should be like. Wait.
Oh
which
yes,
tool?
feel free to move them. I'm just
Yeah.
getting them out. It's really trash though. The drawing tool is hard.
Do you want me to add like a barrel token? You guys can.
Can we put one like here so it's on both sides of that little?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oops, water. Ah, there we go. I just copied. Didn't work.
Okay. That's the bag of holding updated.
God damn, this is difficult. Oops.
I mean, you got to admit that little guy looks a lot like Dupree.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Straw tool's trash. Okay, whatever. Alright. That is our plan, Joe. Is everybody okay with this? Ryan, are you okay with this plan?
Yeah. I would say that we probably. Okay, you know what? I will say this in Cyrus because I don't know if it's metagame. I think Cyrus would have this for at least. Perhaps we make sure there are other barrels around. It's not just these four, and we move them during the night.
Yeah, we definitely need other barrels, and like maybe have one or two of them open and dry
Like
goods
some fish,
and
ropes, grain. You know, cheap
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Something like that.
Fucking hell.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, that's exactly what we're thinking, Joe.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, you're welcome.
We're locked in.
All right. Ew, that one was gross. All right. So, there we have it. You have your plan, and we'll say that Penelope can get one of her servants to go off and buy the barrels and do all of that that you wanted, buying the gunpowder barrels and then getting some fish and dry goods, stocking them, and setting them portside. Okay. Is that it?
Okay.
Yes, I think.
For that day. Let's see what ideas we get tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So we head to dusk and then eventually to dawn on Thursday the 4th. 4th of Hearthfire.
Now, where on this map could we hide a cannon?
Yes.
Listen, I know this guy. His name's Heisenberg, all right? He said he's working on something big.
Oh my
okay?
god.
Where would I go about purchasing or inventing an M60 machine gun?
There are any artificers in port?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Okay.
What's happening on Thursday?
More potions.
More potions. Okay. Make your potions. All right. What are you making for Vargas?
I'm thinking, I don't even know if this is something he would be into, but I think it goes with his vibe. I'm thinking of like a potion of lightning breath.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Shit, yeah. What do you...
Is this totally off, Ryan? Would he not enjoy this?
He probably wouldn't need it, but he's not gonna say no if you offer it to him.
Never mind. Would haste help Varnast at all?
Yeah. Maybe.
Like, what would help Varnast the most?
A healing potion.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, he's already got
needs.
spells that he
I
can
know, I'm
maximize
just-
already. So
Trying to amplify him up a little bit. I guess I can't really do anything to make him cooler.
I mean, I don't know what the options are, so it's hard for me to answer that question.
It's imagination, my guy.
Fucking roasted. Sit down, Ryan.
Don't die of laughter.
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Your AC is pretty good, right?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I guess I'll make him a healing potion.
Does Alex still have that lightning jelly? Oh shit! Oh god!
Yeah,
Sorry.
she does.
Yes. I don't think it's in my inventory, but
Yeah, because that was like an extra D4 of lightning damage. I mean, you could try and take that and make it stronger. And then whenever he hits something and he maximizes the lightning damage, that might bonus action
yeah,
to apply it.
Alec would definitely give that over.
Or is there like something I could craft to like put on his shield to give it some sort of extra effect? Something like he could kind of just have passively or as a bonus?
I mean, that'd be possible. It just depends, like, what you're thinking.
Almost kind of want to do something that if somebody hits his shield, they're gonna get like buzzer hand zapped or something, but you know, worse.
Yeah, okay. You could do that. You could set up like a more hardy, like, type of vial that's a little bit more thin, you know, maybe like a glass flask that you can affix onto it, and if they hit him and they hit him with like a metal weapon, it would deals like, you know, 2d6 lightning damage. Like a little.
Is that interesting, or would you just rather have a hardcore healing potion?
I don't know. Just whatever you want to do.
Well, I feel bad because I made fancy stuff for the others.
Don't feel bad.
All right, I guess we'll go with the best healing potion I can possibly do.
All right. Well, it really just depends how much of your supplies you're willing to sacrifice. It's really that's the question.
How much for a greater? I have magical healing herbs.
How much do you have?
I have 100 gold worth. They're the ones that I stole from the Silver Roses garden.
Okay.
And I have 85 gold worth of non-magical healing herbs.
Okay. So I would say that you could probably get. Let's just see. I'm trying to. You said you had how much? 80 something?
85 non-magical, and I'm perfectly willing to use all of them.
And you have.
And 100 gold magical.
If you use all 100 gold, you could make a superior healing potion. 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, let's go for it.
This is like an all-day Thursday thing. Like, you are doing nothing else aside from like meticulously watching the brewing.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
This is where I'm gonna roll garbage.
Yep. This is a delicate process.
Sorry, just the way you said that.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'd be true. So it's a 15 plus 7.
It's another 22. So yeah, you are successful. There is one moment where you kind of have an oh shit thing because you think that you messed up the temperatures and the glass was too hot, but luckily you fix it in enough time and you are able to create one superior, not supreme, but one superior healing potion for your boy Varnast.
Hand it over to him.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I can go ahead and add that to your character sheet.
Perfect, thank you.
Yes. 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 Okay.
So, what would be the equivalent of like really sturdy? Okay, what I'm asking for here is like, God, what are they called? Okay, like brass knuckles, but like for Alec, for her unarmed attack. Does that count as a weapon, or can she just slip them on and use that as like her bludgeoning damage and like get bonus to that?
It like something that you could just buy in Port Sahala. It would just be a flavor thing.
Oh, I can't buy. Okay, I can't spice up her
No, because then it's not.
Offhand or
Then it's not an
offhand, or-
unarmed attack. Then you're using a weapon. Like if you got like whatever those things are that are kind of like, I don't think they're called. No, kunais are like little daggery things. But if you got the
No,
things that are
yeah.
like you hold them in your hand and they're like wide like dagger things that you like hold
with
like in
you.
your whole fist. I forget.
Oh, a Qatar?
Yeah, Qatar. Like that's at that point that's just a weapon. So like
Okay,
if you
that's
want to
fine.
if you want to flavor it somehow, you know, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
But
her fists are great the way they are. I was just trying to do more damage, so it's totally fine.
you
But thank
Is
you. No worries.
there some kind of substance I could create that she could, like, coat her hands
You
with?
could put lightning jelly on her fists.
Yeah, I could do the lightning jelly, and that'd be totally fine.
You could take the
No, you're totally
explosive
fine.
powder and give her explosive punches. It would deal damage to
Oh.
her, but it'd look cool.
I'm not gonna do that.
Blow your fingers off.
Yeah.
But
I
that
do
punch is
have
cool,
the
though.
lightning jelly. That might... Okay, no worries.
Put them on her
I'm
feet, then she could do
appreciative
like
of
the
my-
bicycle kicks.
Nah, I'm appreciative of my haste potion. I'm very hype about that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
I'm pretty sure Sayla has never used her bone break poison stuff.
No.
I think Sayla's gonna probably coat her arrows that she's gonna use in that.
Okay, yeah, like running on the way there. Just coat them while you can. So you can try and
Smoke them if you got them.
Yep, exactly.
Oh goodness! Whoever she hits with assassinate and those arrows is going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, that'll be oh, that'll be funny. Okay. Cool. Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
I'd like to think that we're ready now, Joe. We're prepared.
Are you sure?
I hope so, dear God.
It just took 4 hours. Poor Joe with his title.
Well,
what are you talking about? We are deciding Duradine's destiny now, whether he's going to live or die. The episode title's perfect.
Yeah, you have decided his fate. Okay.
I mean, that was decided a while ago.
Okay, so then with that, the hours climb throughout the day. And Thursday comes to a close. So this was your last moment here before Friday, before Duradine supposedly arrives. What's the word? Anything else?
Not for me.
No, I think
I think I'm good. Can we roll initiative now?
Hold off.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be that easy.
What are you talking about? We're going to do the whole combat right now.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh god, I would die. I would literally die.
Well,
you'll be fine.
Hope you have a coffin ready.
Uh,
I hear they're not expensive if you make them yourself. All right, so
oh my God, Joe.
you all rest on Thursday, and dawn comes on Friday. Clear skies. It is a little bit cooler today. There is just a light gust that is not enough to disperse any type of non-magical smoke. It is just a breath of fresh air that is breezing throughout the villa as all of you awake. So, with that, you then play the waiting game. Your last day. So, in the bright and early hours of the morning, Jinx is now, she's off the sun drop. Not going to participate in that at all. But Penelope would come and find you, Cyrus. And wherever you're at, maybe just sort of looking out at Port Sahala on that balcony, she'll kind of come out there and say, "Do you have a minute to spare?"
Well, yes, of course.
I don't know some of these people that you're going up against. But I do know Duradin. And I know that he is a slippery man. He is scheming and conniving, and he does not roll over so easily. But what I do think is that you and your friends, they have come up with a good plan, a great plan. But even the best plans can go wrong sometimes.
Oh, we're very used to that.
And if worst should come to worst, Samir, if something should happen to me, or God forbid, something should happen to you, I want you to know that my only regret in life is that I did not get to spend more time with you and see you become the man you are today. I love you, Samir. You are my baby boy, and you will always be that. She just hugs you.
And I start to look back and say, and I love you, and you don't need to worry. I'll be coming back.
Good.
And then we can do whatever the fuck there is to do here.
Exactly. Well, between you and me, you never saw that. Okay?
No, of course not. Not the stern dealer of business, Penelope Casario. Of course not.
You're damn right. She'll kiss you on the forehead and just kind of rub her hand on your cheek. Good luck, my boy. And then just until the moment comes, she's just going to stand out here with you until you're called off. So, with that, unless you had anything you wanted to...
I mean, Cyrus would be cheesy. She'd probably realize what he's doing, but he'd reassure and
he'd say, "You don't need to worry. I mean, you know I'm always lucky." And he'll pull out his fucking loaded dice that he still has and roll them and be like, "See, luck's always on my side."
That's how you got that money.
Oh no, that one's a much that's a much more sinister story. No, that I have to survive because I have to tell you that we'll need a while for that one.
Exactly. There's no reason that we should worry either, because both of us know that come this evening, we will both be back here.
Exactly.
She smiles at you again and then goes back to looking out at the view. Okay. So, with that, at least as far as you know, the kegs have been set up. And at that moment, probably Varnast, maybe noon, you receive a message, Varnast, from a voice that you're not exactly familiar with, and it says, "From the spotters, guesses Duradin is maybe 3.5, 4 hours away. Headed towards the Gold Gate. The North Gold Gate."
we're on the way.
Okay.
And I'll go run down and just tell everyone he's here.
Okay. Alrighty. So you can see Galadar, he kind of sheathes his sword, straps on his shield. I'm ready if all of you are.
Alec doesn't even bother to do her fucking face paint. She's literally just gonna dip her hand in a fucking vat of mud and just wipe it across her face. She's fucking ready.
Furiosa.
Hell yeah.
Hell.
Ready.
Okay. Alrighty. So then all of you just begin to sprint. You tear out of the house, leaving behind Vera, Jinx, Sven, and Penelope in Jifang's estate. You begin to run and dart, dashing in and out of streets. So you start off in the high streets, ducking through these wonderfully decadent, dressed to the nines, people who just kind of like clutch their pearls, oh my, as you're running past, ducking and dodging through the crowds, and then eventually making your way out of the high streets into the low streets. You can see the different gondolas and canopies and running across bridges, all of these interconnected islands and rivers all flowing together, but you don't have time to admire the beauty. You need to get the fuck to the Gold Gate. And eventually, after about an hour and a half, 2 hours of running, you get there. To the Gold Gate. And you can see, coming up in the distance, Organics, you recognize it. Varnast, you recognize it. All of you understand that that ship in the distance is Duradine Dupree's. But we're going to have to find out what happens next week, because that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, I said.
Woo-wee. Well,
No.
boyos and girlos, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for watching and sticking in for as long as you did, if you did. Appreciate it. If you're checking it out on YouTube, tell us what you're thinking. What are your theories? What's going to happen next week on Dragon Ball Z? So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that, for one, you should check us out tomorrow for the Isles of Iverion campaign, next Tuesday for the Salamander Coast, or next Friday for the continuation of the Explorers of Efera. Also, if you happen to be tuning in right now, right at the end of the session, don't you worry your pretty little head, because posted on Sunday, there will be a recap of Efera from sessions 0 to 38. Every single session is going to be recapped in about 8 to 12 minutes. I know that sounds crazy, but we did it. So that'll be posted on Sunday. So take a look out for that so you can be all the way caught up so you can see this explosive combat about to come up next week. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day. All right, farewell.